Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got 22 days to FanFest, y'all. We're almost there, and in the meantime, you made it to another stream. Good to see ya. Welcome in, everybody. Good morning, Sunday morning. Yes, hello. I'm in the, you're gonna notice some jank on our screen today. We're in lower settings while I get the rest of our account up. Okay, we're gonna go on some ops today. Okay, we're gonna go on some ops today. We're gonna have it. And let's start right easy with a early bird special, a giveaway. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get in on this giveaway, you got to be following on Twitch or subbed on YouTube. We're doing one right at the start for you today, immediately to reward the early birds. Let's see it, y'all. Let's see it. Let's give away a legion, a whole legion today. Who wants a T3 cruiser today? Okay, let's just give away a legion. Someone gets a legion. You got to be following on Twitch or subbed on YouTube. Then you got to be in Discord. Do those two things, and you'll be able to enter in. And I literally can't handle how the potato looks. So I'm just gonna have one account. Is gonna look nice. That's better. I couldn't handle the like angry gray banana that this was. It's crazy. Amazing. Anthony, it's great to see you. Yeah, our Twitter stream broke today. It broke. And it looks like it did come back in the meantime, but goodness gracious, in case it doesn't, I also tweeted it out and was like, hey, yo, you know, because when I'm checking out Twitter here, we'll talk about Patreon in just a sec. When I go to Twitter, the X streams have been doing stuff and we've been having a lot of tech problems. And right now my restream says it's connected, but it's not up. So I just tweeted out the YouTube link. So if you're in from X and X isn't working today, that's what happens when you multi-stream sometimes, y'all. Sometimes it don't work. Sometimes it don't work no good. Every single T3 cruiser is really good in their own right. I agree completely. The Legion is special because I believe this is the one that gets the newts. If you see a Legion, you better, if you're in a Marauder, you better start running. You know, that's definitely how that works. All right, chat, let's do this right now. You're following on Twitch or you're subbed on YouTube. Then you're in Discord. Now you got to type the word that we say. The word is GM. Type good morning, y'all. GM one time case sensitive into Discord to win a Legion. I'm getting a lot of DMs about last week's, like 2 or 3 DMs about last week's giveaways. A lot of new people won stuff last week's. Maybe you don't know. The giveaway status column, chat, is where we keep all of our like updates for what's going. Everything's still pending. So you just got to give me some patience. Give yourself some patience and give me some time. I've been doing a lot of things this past week, a lot of admin work, prepping for FanFest, and it's just taken my time. That's all. That's all. So thank you for your patience there. We're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. Okay. We're going to get you that stuff. And we're going to go with some ops today. So good morning, everybody. It's great to see you. Let's get this. We like to reward the people that are early. We like to have these. So if you see me live, show up to stream. You'll probably get some good stuff. You'll probably get some good stuff. Okay. All right. I'm loading up some fuel. One of my ships. We're gonna have a great time. Good to see y'all. Welcome morning. Welcome morning. Good in. You know, I don't know what's up with my brain today. You ever have one of those brains where it's just backwards? Stuff's backwards, and that's that. So let's do going once, going twice, last call, and 5, 4, 3,
2, 1. Sold.
I can tell you, I am not Black Opsing. Oh goodness. That'll be its own stream. We've never done a Black Ops drop on stream before. When that happens, it'll be more than just a random Thursday for sure. But that's I like where y'all's heads at. You know, that is some good stuff. Okay, sold. Oh, my man Marcus. Absolutely. Yep. There it is. Good morning, everybody. We'll talk about some announcements in just a sec while I get some stuff going. Great to see you. Great to have you in. We'll talk about this. Let's see who wins the Legion. There it is. There it is. The winner is. Okay, let's do it. Legion is. Hey, Verendon! It's good to have ya! Enjoy your Legion. Well done. We're going to take your Legion and we're going to put it into the giveaway done folder. So it's claimed, it's yours. It is complete. It is complete. Okay, so all this stuff is still pending from this week and last week. So you got to give me some patience there. We do have brand new first announcement. We have our new skins in for this month. As y'all know, I'm an e-partner, and we get skins to give to you in-game from the devs. These are custom made by the devs. Osprey Navy. Some tie-dye for your tie-dye. The media miasma skin looking real nice. The Osprey ship is, at first you think it's kind of like dumb looking, but then you see it in the wild and how all its parts move and where the missiles are attached to, and you fall in love with this ship. It's fantastic. This is the new skin for this month. These are going for, let's see, they're brand new, 200 million-isk, but look, they just came out. These are brand new. They've never been in the game before, so people were putting them up for like 300 million. I guarantee you they're going to go for more. I guarantee you that they're going to go for more. So this is the new e-partner skin. Definitely fantastic. Some tie-dye for your tie-dye. It's good to see you, ladies and gentlemen. Look, can I level with y'all? FanFest is a couple weeks away. Wife and I are going to hang out a bunch before that because it's just going to be me out there. And I have a lot of stuff to do before then. And I'm having like tech issues. Like Twitter wasn't working today. I have to deal with like my vertical stream is like failing me when I try to set it up. There's a lot of little things going on. So it might be that I have to cancel tomorrow's stream just to catch up on work, just to be able to get stuff going, be able to make sure we continue forward. Keep an eye on the Discord. Okay? If you're new to the community, the Discord is very much the spine of the community. Okay. Those of you that know it's the Patreon, well, you actually understand bigger, better things. Okay. The Patreon is where like the exclusive news comes in. My hair is also reacting to the change in moisture outside. So I have poof. Poof is fine. Just too much is not good. So go to the Discord because that's where we're going to do all of our announcements. You can see here in, if we come down here, we have all of our like announcements section. So if you're brand new to the Discord, this is typically how we do it. We do our brand announcements right here. So yeah, thank you, HMS. There's just a lot coming in. And I saw a FanFest question about, am I going to be streaming at FanFest? The short answer is yesn't. This is my first time ever going to FanFest. So I'm trying to balance what I do and film there versus me actually experiencing it because I want to also like have a good time. I'm going to go there to work. Let's just be clear because I'm literally a part of the show as one of the player presenters, but I also don't want to like promise too much. So I might stream from FanFest. You'll definitely see me on other people's streams that are like set up. We raided, was that yesterday that we raided Amy? Amy's going early and she's going to be there. Like she's got a whole live backpack, I think, or something. She's got something. She's going to be streaming live from there. I'll definitely pop into one of those streams at some point. Am I going to have my own? I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. So here's the point, Biggie. This is a great point. I'm trying to make sure that I make content and I don't have to be frank, the funds to set up an IRL backpack streaming setup. You've seen these people, right? Where they literally have like a camera person has a backpack on and the backpack is quite literally a computer with a satellite dish that they are live streaming to that. And you see these people with their phones but they're connected to a backpack that does this. This is typically how this goes. It's like 10 grand. And I don't, if I had that kind of money, I would use it for other things. And I would use it for things that aren't for one event during the year. Okay, so there's a lot coming into FanFest. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, you know. So mine one did it for Star Citizen. Yeah, it's cool, but I'm not at the level yet that I can spend that kind of expenditure, not just the money, but the understanding on how to do it, and then the team to do it. It's just too much. So it's neat, but it's expensive. It's expensive in time too. I'd rather, look, I'll be honest, y'all, I'd rather upgrade some of this stuff. I can only run like 1 or 2 accounts. We're gonna test some stuff on that today while we talk. Let me open these up actually. While I stream, I'd like to improve my 2 PC setup. There's a lot of stuff. I could literally buy a car. And by the way, my car is getting old. So I you know, this is just how it goes. So this is a brass tacks that I know that you're probably not used to this kind of talk from other content creators, but I like to use this kind of talk here because the reality is I'm a person, and a lot of times you see purely a character on stream when you go to other content machines. I'm mostly myself on camera. I'm not so like, you know, I don't do like crazy stuff when I'm like in the wild, but you know, we'll see about it. So space rich doesn't mean IRL rich. No, I don't have PI in real life. I don't have factories set up. I hate looking at my hair in this camera chat. I think we're good. I literally don't like how my hair looks right now. So I'm just going to stop looking at the camera. Just call it a day. Everybody has their stuff. Now, if I could set up PI in real life, yo, I'd be golden. We'd have a good time. All right, so I'm setting up my other accounts while we kind of do some of the stuff, and we're gonna go on an op today. We're gonna have a good time, and I'm actually super stoked to try this. I don't know why. What is the deal with this? Am I in like? Okay, sure. That's super intriguing. All right, yeah, let's just go into this one, I guess. Sure. This is what it is. FanFest is going to be a great time. I've never been, and I'd like it to be more organic, and streaming and setting up a whole setup that is very involved. Y'all have no idea, okay, how much went into this. People that are just joining the community see me, and they see like a fast talking dude that is decent at what he does. But what you don't see is the literal decade it took to build this. The lights, everything, it's just a lot, you know, and I'm not going to necessarily be able to do that for FanFest. So, and if this sounds like a downer, I think it's more of like a reality check, you know, for some people. Because I think a lot of people look at the content creators and they kind of go, oh, that person is like, you know, they can just set up a stream setup, but that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yeah, I plan on doing a lot more than just coming back and talking about it. We're going to be filming while I'm there. I'm going to film, but not stream. That I can confirm. I'm bringing my camera. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be awesome. So I'm very excited to go do that. That is, I am setting up another account while this goes. But y'all, today we're going on some ops, but we do have a couple things to talk about first. Looks like the Twitter stream is back up. Welcome back, ex-viewers. Restream, reconnected. If you can't get it done, oh well, we'll just... If Twitter continues to suck, then we'll just keep it going. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you for helping me to get to 25,000 on YouTube. 25,000. 25,000 subs on YouTube. We passed 4,200 on Patreon and 9,000 on Twitch. We were literally over 9,000 on Twitch. We've done the meme. It's just great. Thank you for that. Thank you that you're sharing it with your friends. Excellent. We're also Kick partners now. And what this means is before FanFest, probably nothing. And in fact, I have to go into my Kick dashboard, I think, and I have to turn off something. So you have to, you can go follow us on Kick. Why? Why follow us on Kick? Here's the blunt truth. We have been very harsh critics of Twitch these past couple years. And Kick, if this looks like Twitch, it's because it basically is, but green. So go give us a follow over on Kick. We are now Kick partners. I am happy to say that this is something we're going to be testing. This is not something that is going to replace our Twitch and YouTube streams. You can see that we're still simulcasting. Their partnership's a little bit weird. where you have to have like a kick-only stream to benefit from it. Whatever, you know, they're just trying to get viewership over there. What we're gonna do is test the platform, okay? So head on down to Kick. We might do one of those Kick exclusive streams before FanFest, might after FanFest. We'll do like one a week, something like that, just to see how it is, test it out, and who knows, maybe we'll get some more in and have a good time there. So if it sucks, we'll just keep on simulcasting and not worry about it. If it's good, well, then y'all benefit, because options, ladies and gentlemen, are important, especially when Twitch is doing the crap that Twitch is doing. Okay, so let me open up some other stuff here. Thank you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, the sale is done. The skill extractor sale is no more. Very sad. No more skill extractor sale. I know, a lot of you were getting in on this deal that was happening over on the Marquee store. I bought around 100 skill extractors. It ended up being, it's going to set me up for multiple months for my LSI stuff. The prices of these are going up now, but they are still cheap comparatively. So if you can get skill extractors for around 500 million, these are still worth to buy, because you could sell them for 550 in a couple months. Because if you look at this, we always talk about this whenever there's a skill extractor sale. The first thing with the skill extractor sale is you must go to Marquee's store and use my code Loru. I get a cut, you get it for cheaper, everybody wins. But if you don't want to use real money, it's a buy one, get one typically when that happens. You don't have to. When you see me talk about a skill extractor sale and you don't want to spend money on it, which is fine, okay, come into the in-game store and check out into the like in-game market, not the like NES store. And you can look at the price of this thing. You can see how much it goes down. You can use a sale in real life as a way to profit in games. You can see you can buy skill extractors. This is my pen tool, chat. You can still buy skill extractors. Put this here. Yeah. You can still buy skill extractors for $15.15 when it used to be $15.5 or $5.50. Excuse me. So, and this takes about a month maybe. Here's in February, and then at around March. So in about a month, you can see the price rebounds, and then you can sell it for a profit. This is one of the first ways that I was able to make my first billion in Liquidisk become 2 billion. Because you take this and you make some extra coin, and then from there you can buy more stuff and do more things. This is one of those sales that it's an easy 10 to 7% margin if you can put the time in. You can see the everybody does this. You can see the difference in volume versus now volume. We're almost 5x what it is normally. So crazy stuff. We talk about this all the time because we want to start the stream with value for y'all, not just like, oh, here, watch me, whatever. So, Justin K over on Kick, thanks for the follow. Our Kick alerts are all kinds of messed up right now just because it's brand new to Streamlabs. Look at that. So make sure you use my code every time you want to buy some items, because you get it for cheaper and I get a cut. Here's how. You go to Marquee Store, you press add to cart, you go to checkout, you type in LORU, you press enter. It gives you a little bit of discount. And I know it's not a very big discount, but it's the same items you're already going to buy for less money. Biggie, thanks for following over on Kick. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for that. This is important because at the end of the day, I want y'all to pick the spot that lets you play the same game we all love for less money. And when we go, if you're just buying Omega, you're spending too much money. If you do the 3-month Omega with my code, you get the monthly cost for about $15. 3-month Omega is what I always recommend with my code. Now, you can use my code on the official Leaf store. Same code, LORU. But you don't get a discount. And I get a bigger cut. I would rather use it on Marquee store where you get a cut. Or I'm sorry, where you get a cut. I'm cutting you in, where you get a discount and I get a smaller cut. I'd rather you do it there. So make sure you head on down to Marquee store. Last time I'll talk about it and then we'll go from there, okay? Check it out. We had I know the skill extractor sale is big because normally we have like 600 to 700 of you using the code. We had 800 of you using it last month. We had over 1,000 of you use it in the last 3 weeks. That's bananas. That's bananas. I don't know what to say other than thank you. It's crazy. Thanks so much. So every single time there's a sale, we detail it out over on our Patreon, and you can join our Patreon for free. We put a bunch of news there too and all that. Where is the skill extractor sale, dude? Did I pass it? We've been posting so many things. You can see here, you can join Patreon for free. Okay. We've been trying to provide even more value to our free patrons this year. It's one of my goals. After you join for free, you can click on collections, and then you can go to free EVE Online guides and go from there. We update this semi-weekly, at least once a week, to make sure y'all get deeper cuts than YouTube. And just have a great time. 403, 4-3, chat, 4-3. We passed 4-2. I just updated my link tree to say it's 4-2. Now we're at 4-3. Y'all are killing it. You're enjoying the content. And if you're skeptical about joining the Patreon, I'm just going to link you this article that we put out where we break down step by step how to use the skill extractor sale to make yourself space rich, even if you don't spend any money on real money on this item. I'm really trying to make sure you and I can play the same game we all love for less money. That's what this is. Okay, that's what this is. So that's that, chat. That's it for the announcements. Thanks for 25K. Thanks for helping me out with all the various things. Thanks for being there. Let's get going on this op. Now, I'm going to pick the Arcombine skin because I love the skin. Now, I absolutely have been loving ideating out and figuring out these border mining things. So I think we're going to try another one today, but with a bigger twist than yesterday. We're going to see if there's one close. You know, that's close enough. So let's just, and then we have another one after it, sure enough. And there's another one after it, sure enough. So let's just pick those. And we're going to prefer safer if possible. It's a long way to go, and let's optimize the route. Okay, you know, we are going to go through a little bit of danger, but you know, chat, that do be like that sometimes. Seeing as how we have some danger, I think, and I'm looking at all the places we have to go through. Oh yeah, dude. We're not going to do what my original plan was, and we're going to do this instead. Yep. Yes, sir. I was going to take out some coveters and do some stuff with that, but no. We're going to take out the endurance again. Okay. So is our orca friend on this morning? That was a porpoise yesterday, but I don't think they are. And that was a awesome little, hey, thank you for doing that, but we're not going to need them today. No, sir. No, sir. We're not going to need them today because your boy is self-boosting. Okay. I am boosting all the things. All right, let's buy 2 of these, and we're gonna take some, and 23 of these. We're gonna take the endurance out, ladies and gentlemen, and we're also going to take out a cheaper ship than a. I don't want to take a porpoise, but I think I kind of have to take the porpoise and just risk it for the biscuit, because I think the porpoise is still the better one. So the orca did almost get ganked. Correct. So let's. We don't want those. We do want these. That's fine. Then let's fit this. Let's get 2 of these. Oh, I hate when I do that, dude. When you're in the ship that you actually want to do, it like unfits everything, and then it gets confusing. So let me here. Let me leave this ship. You have to actually, if you press the fit ship button with what you're simulating, it will fit it to your active ship if you can, and not make new ships, which is actually what I wanted to do. So let's just do this. Put them in. Bada bing. Okay, what's up, Hubert? We're about to go find out where we're going to go mine. It's going to be a good time. We're going to name this Terminus because that's what we've decided is the name of these lovely ships. And we're going to keep doing the endurance because we're going to go into more dangerous areas. And I'd like to use a slightly different ship. Let me see if I can do this, what I'm thinking. There's no stations. That's what I was worried about. Some of these don't have stations. Okay. That's just kind of how it is then. Yeah. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to trade this to my characters. Okay. I'm going to trade this to my characters. Sure enough. Here we go. Okay. I'm multi-boxing, y'all, and multi-boxing gets complex. Definitely complex. All right, so you're going to fly that endurance. I hope my alts can fly expedition frigates. I don't really remember if that's the case, if they can or can't. It's just been so long. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, cool beans. Cool beans, chat. Yeah. All right. And I'll even have to edit these fits for some of, I'm already noticing that some of the high slots I have, I'm never going to use because it's on an alt that I'm just not going to scan on. Isn't that fun? So we'll just put this here. No, that's not what I wanted. Thank you, Windows snapping. Do your job. There it is. Okay, cool beans. And look at us, chat. We're in action. And now I have to trade on that ship, and then we're gonna get it done. So plus 12 boost at the moment. I might not risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, by the way, thank you for reminding me. I gotta get out of my big clones. Yes. Okay, good. We're in burner clones all day, baby. All day. That's what we want. We want to be in burner clones for the majority of this. Okay, let's go into I don't know why I don't have a burner clone for this guy. That's like close to me, but we're just going to figure that out while I talk to y'all. This is what we're going to do today. We're going to let time be on our side. Okay. And we're going to take our time with this. We're not just going to hop into something, and we're going to do this right. Okay. We're going to do this right. We're going to head to a more dangerous area of a space, and we're going to see if we can get this done. But first, I'm going to go get in a burner clone on my ult, because I'm not flying +5s into this. I'm not dumb, for God's sake. Sheesh. So, that's true. That's true. I have saved. That's a really good point. I have saved the expert system on a lot of my ults to be able to just have those ready to go. That's a really good point, actually, because you earn that from the various things during the Winter Nexus. That's a really good point. See, y'all are so smart, champ. Getting it done, doing it, absolutely having a good time with it. So, all right, let's put this right here. Moving some windows around. Multi-boxing gets real tedious real fast. So, why no Evo? I can be honest with you. I don't like it. I've tried it. I don't like it. I got to figure out a better way to do it. So, you know, I'm not going to do a public mining fleet today. And I'm not doing that today. But I am going to do that in the future. Might be even next week. Might be even next week. Just because y'all have been asking for something like that. And we've been doing something like this a couple days a week. And I've been really getting into these kind of sites recently. So maybe we do something like that soon, but not right now. It won't be today, you know? So let's go to chat. It's time once again to click 2 buttons on the daily quests. Giving me 10,000 points. Easy peasy. Doing it. All right, we are in a burner clone. Looks good. Excellent. Let's keep it going. So see, here's the thing. We would set up it as a green safety, right? So even if somebody activates like needle jacks, it wouldn't affect us, because this is one of the only ways you can combat that is by making it so that your safety is set to green. Okay, that way nobody can actually initiate a filament, and they might be able to start the filament, but you're not going to get pulled with them, the spool up, because you have your safety set to green. That's what happens, y'all. That's what happens. All right, we got our fleet going, so it's quite a simple idea if we don't get ganked, and we definitely will, Harry. This is the point, is that doing a PvP fleet with the Fraye stuff is highly likely that gets ganked or that gets killed. Not to mention us going to do a mining op where we're all stationary. We're gonna have I have some rules that we're gonna do for our first ever mining op, and it's going to be basically like, I would prefer 0 exhumers. Like, if you bring an exhumer, I'm just gonna kick you from fleet, kind of thing, because we don't want people to die. I don't want, if we bring 1 exhumer, everybody's gonna show up and start frothing at the mouth. You saw yesterday when we were looking around, people were like, there's a Hulk, get him, there's a Hulk. 1 Hulk was enough to make people go a bit gaga. So 55 jumps, bro? What is the deal? Can I do this one instead? Yeah, let's just start with this one, y'all. Okay, let's just start with this one and we'll just go from there. All right, we're gonna go on this op. Let me just really quick checkaroo, make sure we are all in our +0s. We are. Everything's looking real nice. Let's undock, baby. Undock. Everybody's undocking. We are quad boxing today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going on some operations. Quad boxing. Gonna go into a more dangerous area of space. And we are not flying coveters today. No. We're gonna be flying some more endurance. We're gonna be flying some endurances, okay? The reason for that is quite simple. I don't want to. It sounds stupid. It do be like that, y'all. It really do be like that. We are going to be flying a bit of a mining fleet today. Check me out, y'all. Look at that, huh? What do y'all think? Looking pretty good, eh? We got a porpoise, some good-looking stuff coming in. I like the sound of that. Everybody's looking real nice. We got ourselves our own porpoise. Okay, we are killing it. Absolutely doing it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Absolutely doing it. While we warp around, I'm going to get our windows nice and set. I'm going to see where stuff is. That sounds great to me. And we'll put this guy right about here. Show enough. Okay. And we're going to multi-box today, chat. We're going to be multi-boxing. These are the 4 public accounts that we've shown many a time. Many a time. 0 of this is like OPSEC stuff. You know, every time I bring out the old multi-box, there's somebody in chat that's like, OPSEC, he showed it. I'm like, I've showed this like 20 million times. It's not new information. Y'all are like chomping at the bit for getting some goodies. We're gonna use the cloak we have here. Kind of take a second, just organize our windows for just a moment. All right, let's have everybody jump it through. We don't need to pop the tanks yet. There it is. So can I bring a Drake instead of doing super? No. How about a tank skiff? Here's what I'm saying. When we do a mining fleet, y'all are asking about it, so let's talk about it right now. When we do a mining fleet, it will be very similar to the Frye fleets at the start, at least. Why that is because I don't want y'all showing up and getting popped in something you can't afford to lose. I know that many of you are smart enough to do things that are, you know, not terrible, okay? But some people absolutely will look at us bringing ships and go, oh, I need to get the biggest freaking ship I can. I need to have the expensive ship to like stunt on people, even if I can't afford things. I don't want that to happen. And you might say, Loru's skill issue. Fair, honestly. And I want to try to make sure that when we do it, it's as accessible as possible for the people. So we've got a nice little fleet coming in here. Got some slashers and some vigily boys doing it. And look, the porpoise almost warps with our endurance. Actually, I think it does warp with the endurance. We're sub 3. Porpoise is barely not there. So there it is. Finding out at a risky place. Bring out the Rorqual, baby. That's right. Yes. Look at us, chat. Look at us. Little endurance fleet. Little endurance buddies. The Endurance and the Prospect are some of my favorite ships in all of EVE Online. I love how snappy they are. I love how affordable they are. I love how, like, you don't have to worry necessarily about dying in them. And chat, we're probably dying today. It's just, I just assume always that there's going to be some kind of death with this kind of fleet. That is how it do be, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And we're far away from stuff. We're just going to keep on trying. Gonna keep on getting it done. Let's keep on looking at the opportunity, the agency tab, excuse me, and see if we can keep finding stuff. We're heading to that one. This one's 13 jumps away, and it's pretty far. Okay, and there's a lot of jumps that are further away, and then we'll like see about it. So, open fleet. This is not an open fleet today. Not an open fleet today. We are just gonna. I am playing today myself. This is just me multi-boxing with my alts, and we're just gonna start from there. So. When we do a mining fleet, yes, it will be open fleet. Yeah. It'll be an open fleet. Because it won't require, like, faction standings, because we're not doing faction warfare. Right? It'll just be us doing some fun stuff and calling it a day. It'll be a, like, public NPSI mining fleet where we can go get stuff, and we're going to chew through those rocks. We're going to chew through it. It's not going to... It's going to last maybe half an hour, because we typically get, like, 50 or 60 people showing up. And I think it's going to be, we might actually say, hey, everybody bring, if everybody brings procurers, that's going to take a big fleet to try to take us down. So maybe that's what we do. We say, hey, everybody bring procurers. That way it takes a lot of muscle to destroy us. Because if everybody is just throwing out their drones and assisting, man, we are absolutely going to be able to keep it going, I tell you. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm low-key going to bring in Algos tomorrow. There, and you can. Algos is a great ship and a fantastic ship. I love this kind of... This is one of the fun things about multi-boxing. When you see your characters, like, showing up and doing stuff, it's just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun. But would sentry drones help against ganking? No. It would actually hurt to bring a sentry drone. It would straight up hurt to bring a sentry drone. Because what's going to happen... is you think that you asking that means that you've never been ganked in a mining ship. And I'm not trying to put you on blast. I'm just trying to be direct. That is what it is. If you're in a mining ship, you're not getting ganked by, you know, here, one sec. Oh, do I not have the skills for that? One sec. One of my guys doesn't have proper skills. Oh, there you go. Yep, you can only do that one there. Okay, well, we'll just have to prioritize that. That's fine. If you're in a mining ship, you're not getting ganked by something far from you. You're going to get ganked by something that's right next to you. That's close up to you. Sentry drones are not going to do it. They're just not going to do it. So, need to be leaving as they're coming. There it is. Yeah. And that's why we're flying endurances today. That's why we're flying faster aligned ships. I almost brought my Magus as my command booster. I almost brought my command ship, my command destroyer instead of my Porpoise, because the reality is this ship, the Porpoise, is a target no matter what you do. No matter what I do, the Porpoise is still going to be a ship that people are going to show up for because it's over a couple 100 million ISK. And this is the harsh reality of mining in EVE Online, is you have to fly what you can afford to lose, right? So that means you have to know what you can afford to lose. I can afford to lose a Porpoise and a couple endurance. If I have 3 Covetors and a Porpoise, we're looking at 1 billion ISK on the grid. That's a lot. And instead, how much is this endurance? Endurance is 50 million. So I go from 1 billion ISK to less than 500 million. And look, somebody was trying to gank on this gate because there's Caldari fighters are orbiting the gate. It's crazy. It's crazy. Usually what happens is that all the miners have combat drones and they assign them to a guard ship. That is correct. That is what happens. It is exactly what occurs. You are correct about that, my friend. That can still be countered. Just because you have a drone ball of 50 drones does not mean that you are safe. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, you are
never safe in EVE.
It's just how it is. It's just how it is. So we're going to keep looking to see if... We're going to keep looking to see how we're doing. I'm also going to go look up a fun website, y'all. EVE Gate Camp Checker. I'm going to look up this fun little website. Okay. We are going. This is the, we already showed you where the hell we're going, chat. We're just going to do this. We're going to let us sit. We're going to secure check. This is EVE Gate Camp Checker. Yeah, Jitta's the only one that's like scary. So you can look at this. You can look at this website. I just linked it for you. It's a really fun website that queries all Z kills, and it queries every single Z kill and tries to see if there's been ganks on a gate in the past like hour. So this is not foolproof, because if there's just been somebody sitting there and they haven't gotten a gank, you're still going to get popped. But at least you have some intel and can see what's up. We're only a couple jumps away from the dangerous area. We're going to see about things. We're going to see about things. All right, we're only a couple jumps away. We're just starting to get a little bit more feisty, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit more feisty, okay? Always red, not a joke. Amazon is always red. It's just Amazon is one of those systems where there's so much foot traffic, you can plan on ganks without having to think about it. So, that's right. Never safe in EVE because EVE is dying. No, it's not. It's crazy. Oh, man. I thought you meant that the game itself was dying. Oh, no. So, no. People have been saying the game has been dying since it launched. And it's still one of the most successful MMOs in 20 years, right? And there's a reason for that. It's got a very deep core to it. EVE Online is a game that when as an adult, okay, I'm in my mid-30s, y'all. I know it looks like I got the baby face, right? But I'm in my mid-30s, all right? And I was looking at games to play. And I played World of Warcraft a lot. You know that, chat. A lot. New Worlds. I played Guild Wars 1. That's what I grew up with. Guild Wars 1. Guild Wars 2, y'all. Great stuff. Incredible game, right? I played all of these games. When I tell you that EVE Online is the only game I've ever seen that actually rewards my time effectively. Ever. Because when you're a working adult, you can't play a game every single day and you feel like you're losing out if you can't grind out the materials, right? The
Mitsubishi materials.
So you feel like you can't get the good stuff, right? When you're playing EVE, you can set up a skill tree and say, look, I want to play this in 2 weeks. And while you don't make ISK necessarily, you can make skill level ups. And if you have PI every 4 days or 5 days, that alone will help you to get some ISK anyway. So, all right, y'all, here we go. It's about to get a little bit feisty. We're heading into Losec. So we could literally die here. This could be it. I'm going to lock in because I am multi-boxing, and we are going to see if we can do this with our Endurance and Porpoise fleet. We're going to see, here's our little Endurance ships. I wish these ships would like come around me more, like they would get closer to me. I wish. Better screenshots, you know. Elect me to CSM chat, and I will make sure that everybody will be close to each other in Fleet Warp so we can have a good time. And here's our Porpoise as well showing up. All right, y'all, let's see if we can survive. Let's see if we can survive Losec. Let's see. Can you jump, please? I hate when there's jump lag. This has been happening to me recently. It's very frustrating to me. Okay. How's the gate? How's the gate? Okay, the gate's more than 16 away. We got a Venture. We got some other stuff. What we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to bounce off of a Celestial. Yes, we're going to warp the fleet to a point. I don't have a safe point here, so what I'm going to do mid-warp is I'm going to get a safe going. And we're going to bounce off a Celestial, ladies and gentlemen. This, we're not going to warp from gate to gate. That's all that means. If you ever hear somebody say, oh, I'm going to bounce off of something, you're going to go to a planet and then go to a gate. So I'm turning my tank mods on. We're going to keep descanning. Looks like it's just us. There is somehow also an arc 15K from us. I don't know how this happened. That is bananas. Looks like there's some kind of station right there. So that's really crazy. Somehow we were able to actually find the one spot where there's other things on grid. I don't know. So crazy. I'm stressed, ladies and gentlemen. I'm stressed. All right, and we're telling everybody to jump through the gate on contact. Jumping through the gate on contact. Sounds good. All of our tank mods are out. So far, so good. So I get this question a lot, Harley, actually. I am not ever going to probably run for CSM. Maybe, I'm not going to say I'll never run, but I can tell you right now, it's unlikely I will run for CSM. Simply because I don't think it's the best use of my time for you, the viewer. I think it's better if I make these videos right now. No, exactly. Correct. Roger that. Exactly. Incredible. All right, we're in a faction warfare spot. I think we are going to do another bouncy. We're actually going to go to this safety. I actually have a safe point in this from when we were doing the Frye fleet. Ain't that fun, chat? We actually have our own safe point that we can just go to. This is one of the best spots, one of the best parts about playing EVE long term. You're going to go to a system and you're like, oh, okay, I need to be careful here. And then you're like, oh, I have a save point ready. It's already made. It's great. Great. Love that. So, you know, love that, chat. Let's see if we can get this going, y'all. I'm going to have a good time with this, I think. Yes, sir. We got a lot of... I'm going to get rid of the faction warfare menus on my bar here. Once everybody lands, the Porpoise. Look at the big booty. Boom! Boom! Look at that thing coming in. Look at that thing coming in. Let's turn on our audio as well. Thanks for the follow, my friend. Sim Wolf. Thanks for the follow, my friend. Welcome. It's good to have you. Let's put this out. Let's head right there. We're going to jump on contact. We're going to jump on... Look at this. Look at this. Multi-box and fleet. Killing it. Killing it. We're going to jump on contact, y'all. We're about to leave Losec. About to leave Losec. And you might look at what I'm doing and say, Loru, you're doing a lot of extra stuff for mining. Yeah, but I don't die. You go to my Z-Kill, I don't die unless it's for content. I haven't been ganked in about a year and a half, I think. It was the only time I remember a big gank was when I was in my Proteus during the Winter Nexus or the Crimson Harvest event or something like that, right? And I went into a wormhole and I was doing the combat sites where you get scrammed, and that's when people decided to come and kill me. And it was not fun at all. It was just, that's how it goes sometimes, right? All right, y'all, we have arrived. So everybody, we are gonna hit this. We are gonna do tank mods are on. Tank mods are on. I don't know why my one endurance and my, oh, you know what I just did, chat? You know what I just did? I literally warped myself there and not my fleet. Furiouser and Furiouser. Let's just do this. Warping out the stuff, y'all. Okay, all right. And probe scanner on all of my alts, please. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Sometimes I wonder, y'all. Sometimes I wonder. All right, probe scanner is now floating. Having the probe scanner be nestled in the minimap is one of the biggest mistakes, I think. Okay, so we've got we've got some cargo containers. So this has been picked clean, but there is some Ducinium, and this is kind of what happens sometimes. Let's get some complex ones in there. Let's lock this up. Let's lock this up. Let's go close to this yttrium. And let's get some complex crystals going, and everybody should have their tank mods on. It's picked clean. That is what happens sometimes, y'all. You just gotta understand that sometimes you show up to a site and that do be like that. So let's get everybody out here mining. Let's wait for this. Wait for this. Okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep everybody in range of the porpoise. And I'm gonna put the porpoise like right here. I'm gonna move the porpoise with an MWMJD, whatever. And we're gonna keep everybody in range of the porpoise. And I'm also going to, let's just start doing this. Let's do a broadcast target so I can see what the heck we're all doing. Everybody is going to be mining everything here. Let's just start throwing it down. Okay, don't need to do that anymore. A lot of stuff going on with the old multi-boxing. I'm not going to siege up yet because I'm just going to wait a little, but I am going to start my timers here. Okay, I'm not going to siege up on the porpoise yet. I've decided that is not what we are going to do. So I'm going to throw out my drones onto this yttrium and send them out. And I also have mining drones on my porpoise that I'm going to be sending out. So let's go after this yttrium. Let's go after a further yttrium. Just because I can throw everything onto slightly different stuff. That's fine. Let's do... That's fine. Okay, let's do this guy. I don't know why that's the case. I just had a very strange thing happen to me, chat, that I've never seen before. Okay, so porpoise drones are out. You are going to mine this with your complex crystal. You are also going to mine this with your complex crystal. And what we're going to do is we're going to restart this. And you know what I don't have is I don't have a survey scanner. Whoops, that's actually a big mistake. Big mistake. So everybody's pretty good. Now everybody's mining. And where's my drones? My least favorite thing when playing Eve is if you can't find a window. Oh, can I show you something that I discovered? I'm going to blow your mind, y'all. This is going to absolutely blow your mind. I don't think you're ready for this. Just give me a sec and I will definitely show you. I need to make sure all of my mining drones are out and are buzzing and are doing what they should be doing. Okay, let's just do this. Set this as my favorite. Sounds good. All right, we're officially mining. We're officially mining. We got all of our drones out. Some are going to certain spots, some are going to others. We have some boosts going. We have all of our stuff going, and we don't have compression yet. We don't need it. Let me show you something. Did you know that if you press and hold control and press tab, you can get this like window searcher. Okay, so if I want my probe scanner, boop, it brings the probe scanner to the front. Did y'all know that? Press 1 if you didn't know about that. Okay, this is one of the easiest ways to like, oh, where's my fleet? Oh, you could also use your mouse if you press and hold control, you can left click it and there's my fleet window. Boom, boom. Look at that. Press and hold control and press tab, and I'm continuing to hold control. My finger is off of tab, my thumb is on control, and you can pull up these various windows. You can use your mouse to do this. You can click tab to like go through it. You can press and hold shift and do tab to go backwards. So crazy, actually crazy. Okay, how to bring up FPS? Yeah, control F is FPS. Yeah, see that? Isn't that fun? Control F is how you get your FPS. So, all right, y'all, we are mining. We are mining, everybody. We've got our stuff going. We have our drones are mining things. Excellent stuff. The only thing I don't have is a survey scanner, which I am going to have to put on to this porpoise. It's something I don't have on this porpoise, and that's that. So this local is looking pretty fine. I don't think we need to worry about stuff. I know exactly what to take out on this porpoise to put that survey scanner into. So that is mental. For 20 years, I never knew that was a thing. We learn something every day. And it's, thank you. I can tell you that I am so blessed to be in this community, y'all. I love hanging out with y'all. I love it. When I tell you that I learn from comments from all of you, that's how I'm learning things, okay? That's how I'm getting stuff. Now, one of our drones is on a far one, and I think that's okay. Is that this guy right here? I kind of wanted to not do this one, and just, and there it goes, chat. Is that, and there it is. There it is. Let's get this, let's lock up this guy. Let's Let's do our drones are idle. All right, so everybody hit that one. My drones are idle. Everybody hit that one. My drones are on it. My drones are on it. Okay, everybody hit this guy. Boom, boom. And I need to pull out my overview again because I'm noticing that my guys don't have a fully fleshed out overview. So let me pull out this overview. Okay, let me share it right here. Okay, and now I can come to my alts and I can do this. I like showing the multi-box stuff to y'all also because you know what's stupid, chat? I dragged it in there and it's still not showing up stuff. I don't understand why that is. It's so lame and I don't get it. All right, well, I'll just keep this going, I guess. Oh, I know why. I'm such a dummy. Was I in the wrong tab? No, I was in the right tab. Okay, well, sometimes you just got to add stuff manually. I like to do this to show you what it looks like to multi-box as well, because multi-boxing can be tough, y'all. Multi-boxing there's a lot going on at once. You have to watch local. If you ever wonder like why multi-boxers get ganked, this is actually why. Multi-boxers are getting ganked because of this. All right, so yeah, let's move our porpoise close to this guy. Yeah, let's move the porpoise close to the yttrium. Let's turn on our MWD. That way we can just get there nice and close. We finished our air daily goals, chat. Look at that. Look at that. Maybe that's what I should do. If I know I'm going to play Eve, I shouldn't use Evermarks to do my air daily goal until the end of the day. Guess we have to keep descanning. I brought the endurance and not the prospect because the endurance has the bigger mining hole. Look at this. Look at this, huh? Look at, hey, you know, that's a good straight. Look at Eve Online, ladies and gentlemen. Just mining, just getting some rocks, ladies and gentlemen. It's just very enjoyable, y'all. Very enjoyable. So, nice scripts that share all UI layout across multiple clients and tunes. Is that against TOS? I'm always scared to do scripts. I'm always scared to use any kind of script because I don't know if that's against the terms of service. I have no idea. If it isn't, great. I will use it. But if it is, we don't do that. We don't do that. You know, I don't think it is because you're just sharing your UI, but you know, too many things to manage at once. I'm good with the solo account. I hear you. Two accounts, my friend, is actually the move. 2 accounts is quite literally the best way you could do it because 2 accounts will let you, and there it goes. There goes that yttrium. That was where our drones were too. Wow. So these yttriums were really, really small. Just nothing doing. All right. So and that's the one we're on right here. Perfect. It actually worked out quite nicely. Where the Dukenium, it looks like whoever was here before didn't have the skills to properly mine the Dukenium, whatever. And we were able to get it. So a solid take. Literally copy flash. Okay, sure. They made a change during an event last year. There it is. Okay, sure. Input broadcasting is against terms of service. We do not do input broadcasting. Okay, we just had a new person come into local. So we're going to keep on doing this. We're going to keep on doing this. What happens if I think somebody is going to mess with our fleet? Well, I pull our drones, and we're actually flying an Endurance for a reason as well. The Endurance has this fun thing where it's got really good drone skills, or it has drones compared to the Prospect. Oh, am I not using a skin on these? Mistake. I'm missing out on my 1% mining bonus, chat. Let's see. D-scan still looking good. Looking good. Okay, let me just make sure all of this is set to low as well. Very important when you're multi-boxing. Very important when you're multi-boxing, okay? You have to be sure that you have everything good to go on your settings, that everything's set to low. Okay, and there goes the Duke, ladies and gentlemen. There goes the Duke. Let's get some coherent. Let's unload that to cargo because you can't do it yet. And let's unload this to cargo. And is that the Dukenium is done? All right, so everybody, let's hit this yttrium. It's just me. Here's the thing about this. It's just me mining. So if one of my cycles misses, it's not a problem. So it's not an issue. So 2 of my characters don't have the coherent lasers yet. It's these other alts. So I'm not worried about that, you know, so we can just keep us going. We're not yet going to compress. We don't need to because I'm wary of ganks. I know that the moment I start my compression is the moment we're going to start getting some kind of like potential ganker coming in here. So we're just going to not compress. We just don't need to. So what I'd like to do also is to try to get the other alt characters on the screen with their mining holds. Can I do that? Oh, you know what's funny? I have some leftover ore in here from before. That's so funny, dude. That's so funny. All right, let's put this. All right. Let's kind of work on some production while this is going. Can I do this? I think I might be able to. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this one. Okay. Boom. Boom. Now I turn this on and it doesn't look right. So what I have to do is, while we're sitting here on this asteroid, y'all, we're going to work on some production for all of you. Yes, all of you will be able to see things in just a moment. Ladies and germs, let's turn this on. And then let's do this. Oh yeah, this is going to work. This is going to work. It's going to be a little janky, but this is going to work. Here's our porpoise hold. Okay. Here's our porpoise hold. Yep, and there it goes, y'all. All right, everybody, pull them back. Pull them back. Pull them back. Pull them back, y'all. Pull them back. All drones. Come on back. All drones, come on back. Show enough, y'all. Show enough. There it goes. Let me make a save point super fast. We're going to do that. Let's warp the fleet within 100 of a celestial, not a mining belt. Let's warp the fleet within 100. Show enough. Okay. We're going to switch back to variegated if we can help it, because variegated is the better lasers, the better stuff. Everybody's coming. Good. Let's reload the porpoise while we're sitting here. So excellent. Incredible. We love to see it. We love to see it. Okay, let's put this guy right here. And I think I might have something for y'all in just a moment. So if I come back to this. Ready, y'all? Here's my porpoise's mining hold. Here's my porpoise's mining holds. We're going to get some extra production for y'all. Some of the patrons will have remembered this because I've done this for them in the past. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun, y'all? So let's just keep this going right here for just a sec. And we're gonna oh, I didn't even make the save point. Rip. Let's go to another celestial. Okay, let's warp the fleet within a different amount this time. Okay, and let's get ready to make a safe. And then when I'm at the safe, we are then going to do stuff. So I actually have some leftover ore in my porpoise from the other day. So look at that. Look at that. Let's make a save point. Let's put it, I don't know. Let's do it like here, I guess. And we'll do like safe 2 just in case. This is a big system. So we'll just absolutely put another save point and just call it there. So sure. And then we're going to take this fleet, warp to the save point, and then continue forward. Let's see if I can get one more going for y'all. Okay. Let's see if I can get one more going for y'all. Let's do this one. Okay. Good. Turn it on. And let's unlock it. And here it is. Let me get a... I'll have to figure that out in just a sec. Let me warp to this safe with our fleet. And then when we're there, well, we're going to have a great time. We're actually going to be very safe when this is done. Let me put this right. Yeah. Okay. Here is my... Let's see how this looks. Here is my other alt. Let's make this window a little bit smaller. Okay. We'll put this right here. Here's my other alt. Okay. Here's like alt 1. How should we do this, y'all? We should probably do it something like this, maybe. Because it's this guy. Let's make this window a little bit smaller so y'all can see. I want you to be able to see the total in the actual window when we do the production. What do y'all think of this? Do you think this is like worth the time, chat? Or do you just like, Loru, I don't care about this. I don't want to see it. Or Loru, this is a great idea. Let me see everything that you have. I want to know about it. Is this... Ooh, I don't want to do that, chat. We don't want to move me through the magic of television. Let's put this right here. Let's put this right here. And lock that, lock that. What do y'all think, chat? Is this good? Or is this, It's a bit janky, I'm not going to lie. Let's one pulse the porpoise's siege module. One pulse it. Start compressing everything. Start compressing everything. We also have to open up the fleet hangar, y'all. That's a really good point. Let's put my fleet hangar. Let's put this right here. Okay. And we'll just leave that there for now, just because. Let's very quickly go to the mining hold of this guy and compress and compress. And we're going to open up the fleet hangar of the porpoise, and we're going to drag this in. We're going to make this a separate window so I can do this very easily. Okay, we're going to open up the fleet hangar of the porpoise. We're going to do... This is, by the way, what you're seeing is why the porpoise. Okay. What you're seeing right now is why the porpoise. All right, so this is what's going on. All right, so now the porpoise has all this stuff in its fleet hangar, right? We want to be able to drag and drop this stuff into its mining holds. Okay, so we want to put this here. So here's everything that we've gotten off of that haul. Okay, so and this is extra. So we're at 26 million. I like it. Let's follow along. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. That's what we want. That's what we want. All right, so we'll put this fleet hangar like here-ish. I'll put it behind me because it's just kind of like whatever. I can drag it in there at any point, and it doesn't really add to the game. So, all right, we're still good here. I'm gonna not get your chat. You can always send me a mail. No worries, no worries. You can always send me a mail, my friend. Send me. We don't like to open chats on stream for whatever reason. You can send me a mail, and we will get it done. All right, so that's that. There's one more character though that we have to do. So let me open up this. Let me do a new game capture. Okay, Eve 4 is what we're gonna name this, and it's going to be capture a specific window that is named. All right, it is named this, and it's this one. Okay, and what we're gonna, this is actually exactly what I wanted. This guy right here. Perfect. Okay, and let's get rid of this then. And now you have, just like, and we can make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so now we have like, it's a little jank. A little jank. I'll work on getting it like pixel perfect another day, y'all. But now we have the Alt 1, Alt 2, and the porpoise's mining hold on screen for y'all. I think this is pretty sick. I don't think I've seen anything like this in the category. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I think this looks pretty sick. All right, so we've got a total of 26 million ISK in our porpoise right now. Now that is from a previous op as well. Let's go see if we can go find some more. Let's go see if we can go get some more. I think this looks pretty good. So that is true, Van, but that is also true of everything that we do in Eve, isn't it? Isn't it? So we do have one that's a far ways away. Oof, and it is absolutely difficult to get to. So much crap in between. So much crap. No, I don't want to save that. Thank you. So much crap is in between. 40 something jumps. That's a big no, thank you. So what do you do when this kind of stuff happens? Well, we could do a couple things. So far, we've been decently safe here, and we're already here. So what I think we'll do is we head to the asteroid belt. Is we actually go there, and we mine a little bit of high-sec stuff, and we just see what I'm not set up for this, though. I don't have simple crystals. And it would be bad on the yields. That's for sure. So we shouldn't do that. Okay. So what we should do then is we should actually head back to Jeddah, and we should reset. Because by the time we head back to Jeddah, there's going to be potentially stuff spawning. That's what we should do. That's what we should do. Okay. So let's we don't need to worry about these rats warped in at 90 out. So crazy. All right, so let's head back. Let's head back. Everybody's done warping. We are warping the fleet to a point. Okay, everybody's warping. Looks good. And then we start the jump train again. And this is how you can just let time be on your side. Let's start heading to a market hub and see if we can drop our stuff off. If we don't get anything else in the meantime, at least we can head to the market hub. But, you know, you have vets arguing about some game mechanics. Where? Because everyone knows something different and has a different approach to the game. True. That's true. You know, I want to get in this game, but I'm so overwhelmed. Prophet, here's what I'll tell you. If you're brand new, if you're trying to see if you want to play Eve, you start with one account and you make an alpha account. It's free to play. You don't need to worry about paying for the game or nothing. And you just come into the agency and you go, the agency is this thing on the left-hand menu. And you go to agents and missions and you go to career agents. That's the best place to start. And I know you haven't watched our new video. Okay, Prophet, go to my YouTube and check out our new beginner guide video. It's like the 11 things every whatever newbie needs to know. Go watch that video and we'll have a good time with it. Go watch that video. So what's going on right now, dude? Here, one sec. Let me, is everybody chilling still? Everybody in the right spot? All right, I don't know. Sometimes you're multi-boxing and your fleet is drunk and everybody is not going the right way. All right, so I'm in a low-sec area now. I'm in low-sec and we technically could check out the mining stuff in low-sec. What do you think, chat? If I was in proper low-sec, I would bring a prospect instead of an endurance. Should we do type 1 if you want me to mine in low-sec, type 2 if you want me to keep going and get out of here? What do y'all think? Type 1 if you want me to stay in low sec, and mine, type 2 if you want me to continue forward. I think 2 is the smarter option, you know, for sure. So someone in local said 1. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am leaving. That's someone in local chat typed 1. So that's all the thing I need to know. You know, what's your name? Marguerite. I hope you're following the stream, Marguerite. It's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Chat. We are bugging out. Okay? Quite literally, not happening. Okay, that's the answer I need, ladies. Actually, right, Nico? You know, sometimes we don't like bad stream sniping where people stream snipe to gank me, but stream snipe for stream engagement. Fine, sure. I think that's okay. You know, whatever. It's incredible. So, Loru, I'll agree with you. Loru, I agree. The new player experience in EVE is the best it's ever been. And you know what's fun? After I played Elite Dangerous, I actually learned that EVE Online is one of the easiest games to get into. It is. Comparatively. Elite Dangerous was so hard to like, what do I do? Where do I go? People are like, use the tutorial. I'm like, where's that? They're like, oh, you have to sign out first and click some settings buttons in your menu. And I'm like, hey, but I'm not in the game. I haven't signed in. Now listen, Marjorie, are you a mining ship? Would you like to mine with us, Marjorie? Because I will invite you to fleet and you will get some boosts if you want to mine with us. That's right, chat. That's right. We're going to look to see if we can get a little bit of Jaspit, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of Jaspit. Just a wee bit, okay? It's not a lot of Jaspit. It's a wee bit of Jaspit, okay? So let's start heading this way, all right? And let's keep our porpoise at range, okay? Now, Marjorie, if you kill us, then we're gonna ban you from all of our chats, you know, because that's only fair. That's only fair, Marjorie. Okay. If you kill us with this information, we're just gonna have to ban you. You know, that's it. You'll fleet up. Well, come on down, Marjorie. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know, I'll invite. Why don't you show me what kind of fair is fair? Yeah. Why don't you show me what kind of a ship you're flying first, Marjorie? What kind of ship are we rocking? Show me about it, and then we'll go from there. So. Which one can get Jaspit, chat? Which one can get Jaspit? I believe it's Complex. Is it Complex can get Jaspit? Spudamain, Arcanor. Do I not have the setup for Jaspit, chat? Is this real? Jaspit is coherent. Oh, really? That's interesting. Okay. Let's unload this and unload this. All right. We're heading towards this Jaspit. This Jaspit. All right, so let's undo. We're heading towards... I broadcasted a target, I thought, but it didn't work. So is it just that far? What the heck? Let's do, I'm heading to this Jaspit up here. That's the one. Okay. There it is. So we're heading to that. Let's have this turn on our MWD. Let's turn on our prop mods. Let's turn on our prop mods. So he's named his ship the Lorimerth Defense Lad. Chad, I have to invite Marjorie here. It's just a guarantee. I have to invite it. Miltar, tell me what's up, buddy. I'll listen to you, Miltar, as it's there. So, yes. Sure. Sure. This is not a public fleet, ladies and gentlemen, but if you want to be here, you know, I'm not gonna stop you from having memes be dreams, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So let's head to this Jaspit. Let's turn off our stuff here. We do have, that's right, we have rats. That's true. Yo, this is actually real life. So we have to launch all of our drones, chat. We have to launch all of our drones. And what we have to do is show up on, we have to tell these to assist our porpoise. Let's do assist porpoise. Let's do assist porpoise and assist porpoise, okay? And the porpoise is gonna lock onto these nerds, okay? Porpoise is gonna lock onto these nerds and we're gonna try to take it out, okay? And let's orbit the porpoise at 1,000 with afterburner off. That way we're not just, yeah, because all of my other endurances are taking a bunch of damage. Yeah, so let's just orbit this at 1,000. I don't want to die to rats, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's throw them out. Throw them out and orbit the porpoise at 1,000. And we're actually going to siege up right now because we want our stuff to do things and stuff and things. And we have an Ibis joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that fun? We have an Ibis joining us. So can you assist this, please? Can you assist this, please? It's not the right one. I'm going to be furious if this is not the right character that I've been assisting. What's not sure? It is. I don't know why my other warriors aren't damaging things, but I'm just going to set these to, I'm just going to start targeting stuff. My porpoise is doing damage anyway, but we're just going to keep this going. So just keep it going. Keep it going, y'all. Okay. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. The endurances are not taking too much damage. Let's start getting some Jaspit, I think, huh? Are we not within range of the Jaspit still? We're not. Let's see if I can turn these on. Are we in range now, ladies and gentlemen? Are we in range now? Let's keep throwing these out. Are we in range of the Jaspit? Show me that single Jaspit. Let's see it. And we're just going to unpulse our siege module because these mobs are about to die anyway. A lot of beeping going on right now, chat. A lot of beeping. You already know. You already know what it is. Let's keep this going, y'all. Let's keep this going, y'all. Drones are fighting. Some of my drones are idle, and it's pissing me off, dude. What the heck, man? Get out there and get to fighting, you know? Sheesh. So this is a lot going on. Multi-boxing. My ADD brain is very stimulated. I can confirm that for all of you. Okay. A little bit left on these mobs. Mr. Ibis, if you want to loot those mobs, they're all yours, my friend. They're all yours. We actually have some other ones coming in, so I'm going to unsiege my porpoise, and I'm going to head towards this Jaspit module. I'm going to head towards this Jaspit module. Okay. We're just going to kind of slow boat it there and just keep it going and keep this going towards it. Okay. Because the porpoise is now a defense ship. This is fun. I've never done this kind of thing before. I've done a prospect solo mine, whatever. Look at these like drone. I am actually on this lattice structure right now, and this is a problem. So let me just throw out my drones to this, and let's lock up this guy if we can help it. Lock up this guy if we can help it. I'm having to lock on to all of these things because my drone assist is failing me for some reason, and I don't know why, and I'm not sure why. So we're just going to keep it going, y'all. So look at this, y'all. Look at this. Are we mining the Jaspit still? We are. Hog. Hog. Mining the Jaspit. Getting it done, bro. Mining the Jaspit. Getting it done, bro. Pull them all back, y'all. Pull them all back. Pull them all back. We have officially... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Marjorie. Everybody say hi to Marjorie. Marjorie has joined us and is in a Loru Defense Lad. That is the name of his ship. Lorimerth Advanced Defender. You're kidding me. It's so good. It's amazing. It's good. Yeah, I don't know why my drones weren't assisting there, but I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm just not going to stress. Let's orbit the porpoise at 500 instead, just so I can make sure we have a nice tight formation. Nice tight formation on this. Because we want the endurance to keep moving. That way it doesn't take damage from those rats, right? That is the goal here, okay? And the porpoise is still kind of on this lattice. Let me move out here really, really quick. And let's turn, you know, we can just leave on the afterburners because our sub 4 stuff is still, we are still fine. A-okay. All right, that's plenty far. Plenty far. Let's come back in with this porpoise. Let's stop ship. Stop ship. Looking good. Looking good. So look, y'all can see how full everything is. Isn't that fun? I think so. I think that's great. All right, let's throw out the mining drones on this Jaspit. We're going to keep de-scanning. Chat, I'd be a fool to stay, right? I'd be a fool to stay with Sino not bait on grid. Right? Right? I'd be a fool. I'd be a fool. Right? To see Sino not bait. You know, that just sounds like, you know, it doesn't sound good. I can tell you that. Okay, let's find this next Jaspit thing. Okay, next Jaspit's up there. Let's kind of do this. Let's put on our MWD. Let's keep it going. Risk it for the biscuit, chat. Risk it for the biscuit. Looks like we are, in fact, a biscuit, and we are going to try to risk it. Okay, so we've got a little bit of Jaspit. We're not going to siege up while we're here. That's for damn sure. Okay, that's for damn sure, y'all. We are not sieging. There's just no way. We have our nice little, you know, our nice little endurance farm following our prospects here like a mama doing the good, like a mama hen with a little chickies, right? So let's just keep this kind of going. And I'm looking at my alts. Why can't I see the target? That's my favorite thing. There it is. And chat, if we get ganked, you have to let me know, okay? Let me know if we're about to get ganked, because I don't want to get ganked. And I'm actually not going to have my drones out right now, because I just want to make sure that we can bug out if we need to. Because I'm seeing local fill up a little bit more, so I think we might be absolutely bugging out. So we're going to do I think we're not going to worry about the Rhea. We're not going to worry about the Rhea. Rhea's fine. Rhea's not here for me. Rhea's fine. Rhea is not here for me. Let's throw out our mining drones on the porpoise just to be able to say that we're also doing mining on the porpoise, and then call that a day. You know, I'm actually, if you think about it, I'm actually extremely safe because we have Marjorie here. Okay, we have Marjorie here, chat. We have our Ibis is helping us to stay safe. Okay, this is the advanced defender. I'm telling you. And Ibis will aggro and control the. Since Ibis has a gun, if it's in fleet, throw assist on the Ibis. Oh, not a joke. It has guns. Marjorie, you're going to get the assist of all of my DPS drones, okay? 10-4? 10-4, Marjorie? You're going to... What's up, T? What's up, TZZV? It's good to see you. This is... We're going to use... Unironically, the Ibis is going to help us, and I actually should fit a gun into the highs. Not a joke. Actually correct. So, yeah, Marjorie in my fleet just said run. I actually agree, but I'm not going to run. I'm not going to run just yet. We're just going to kind of wait. We're going to wait. We're going to see what's up. And I am going to bring back, I'll bring back my mining drones just to be able to say that, yes, you know, hey, this is looking kind of sketch. We will see about it. And then we're just going to go from there. Okay. Marjorie is in fleet comms telling me to leave. I don't disagree. Sino bad fit. Sino not bait, ladies and gentlemen. Sino bad fit. It's... What do we think about leaving if we only see a venture Sino? What do we think about this, y'all? How can I really say I am a dangerous space enjoyer if I leave? I didn't have my mining lasers on, chat. I'm furious. Can I really say 10-4? You got it, buddy. You got it. We got Sino bad fit and bad fit, and Sino not bait and Sino bad fit in here. Oh, is one of these using yellow crystals, chat? Modified? Modulated? Why is one of these green and the other yellow? They should both be yellow, right? Because they're both using modulated strips. Am I wrong? They're both using the same module. Why are they different colors and there's no crystals? Both of them can't use Tech 2 crystals. We have an arc coming in. Okay. I think the Sino is for the arc, chat. I think, yeah. We've got some indie. Yo, what's up, indie people? How we doing? 07 indie people. 07 indie people. We got some arcs coming in. These Sinos are for the arcs, chat. These Sinos are for the arcs. So can we talk about how well this is going, right? I burned out a crystal. No, I don't have any crystals loaded in them. They're straight up not in them. I unloaded it to cargo. They don't have them in there. Those ventures are defer for the arcs and the Rhea. Yeah, so I think I'm good. I think we can kind of take a breath and just chill. I think we could take a breath and chill. This is going pretty well, y'all. I don't know why one is yellow and one is green, but that's that. So I'm using on both my other alts, I'm using 0 crystals, no crystals, and I'm using just a modulated deep core miner because they can't use coherent crystals yet, and that's what it takes to get this stuff coming in. So, and I'm not boosting this. I am going to, since I feel a little bit safer, I am going to throw out the mining drones and start mining this and just get it done, okay? Because we're super close to this guy. We're very close to this. We're just going to throw out some mining drones and see what we can do. Okay, very good. And very good. I liked... Mr. Ibis, if you want all of that loot... Oh, there's nothing in there. Okay. If you want all the loot, bro, it is yours. I don't need it. It's not a big deal. We're just going to keep descanning. Besides, Arcs are a more juicy target than a Porpoise and a couple of Endies. That is true. And y'all, that's why we're flying Endies. Okay? We're not... I expected to go into more dangerous areas of space. That is literally the reason we are doing this, because of that. That way we can make sure to get it done. All right, so let's open up the fleet hangar here. And I'm going to drag some of this. Oh, I can't. I have to compress it. Chant. Let's get a single one of compression. This could be it, y'all. This could be it. They've been waiting for me to click the button. This could be it. Let's throw it in. Let's keep descanning. Keep descanning. Keep descanning. Who understands the name of my porpoise? Who understands the name of my porpoise? Who wants to figure out some deep lore for your boy? Who understands the porpoise's name? There it is, Jen. Let's do this right here. Well, throw this in, and let's just compress this jaspit. Let's pull back the drones while we're taxiing. Okay. Let's pull back the drones while we're taxiing. Let's just try to compress whatever we can. Okay. And now on the porpoise, we're going to head to the next jaspit node. This is so much easier with just a couple prospects. I can tell you that right now. Goodness gracious. Let's just keep heading to this chat. Let's turn on the MWD to get him there. And let's go to, can I do this? Good. Porpoise, fleet hangar. Here we go, is here. And the compressor is still, oh, I can't move on the porpoise yet because my Indy core is still hidden. That's fine. The Griffin. I can tell you, chat, the Griffin is us. The Griffin is us. We are not scared of the Griffin. The Griffin is a friend, okay? The Griffin is someone who pinged me directly and said, hey, Loru, can I come defend you? Sure. Yeah. This is the first ever. The name of this porpoise, Thazril, is the orc in the starting area of World of Warcraft that would give you the like quest to wake up the lazy peons, right? So wake up, you lazy peons. Come on down. Come on down. What's up, dude? Do we have another? Oh, that's me. Rip Ronnie. You know, sheesh. So funny, chat. I do like to do a bit of gaming, ladies and gentlemen, as you know. Let's keep at range this. Can I not keep at range this, please? Can we just, let's keep this at now. Let's not 1,000. Give me keep at range 3,000. I think that sounds pretty good. Let's keep at range 3,000 so we can just get out. I knew it sounded familiar. Yeah. I know y'all like the good stuff there. So we got to keep looking at this. The Venture is us. The Venture is good. I can't target my own ship. I was like, huh? Tim Allen sound. Okay. The Griffin is ours, ladies and gentlemen. The Griffin is ours. Okay. Let's target this jaspit. Let's get this jaspit a-going. Let's start mining up this jaspit, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very nice. Let's target some drones. Target some drones. Get the drones are out. Drones are out. Start targeting them. Yeah. Let's get these drones out, please. Mr. Porpoise. Start poking and start poking. All of our drones are doing it. D-scan is looking still pretty good. Pretty good. This is working out so far, y'all. This is working out so far. We got a lot of drones hitting this. We got a lot of good stuff coming in. And we've got how much on the porpoise? 32 million-isk on the old porpoise right now, y'all. And I see that the production on those has kind of like lessened somehow. Is that because I moved it here? Let's try to move this. Try to move this here and then here. Yeah, that's what was doing it. And then this one as well can be here. Okay, I think this is working out. This is looking pretty good. We got to keep D-scanning. Stabber test. We probably can't out DPS a stabber. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in all of my drones and get ready with my DPS drones in case this stabber decides to land on grid with us. We can just immediately get to getting. Okay. We can immediately get to getting. We're going to throw out all of our DPS drones. Okay. Just in case. Just in case. I don't know if this stabber honestly can't take us. Honestly, is a bad idea for this stabber to try to mess with us because the porpoise can really do some damage. Porpoise is not a low DPS ship. I do a couple hundred DPS, and then with all these other DPS drones flying around, we're gonna be fine. So I will wreck the stabber. Truly. Do we have is Miltar here? Is Miltar here, ladies and gentlemen? Chat! Miltar is our OPSEC. He is in a Griffin. He is ready He is ready to help the fleet. He is overwatching us from afar. He sits. He is there, always watching, always ready to ensure the safety of the Loru gaming fleet. This is Zug is right. Absolutely. Miltar. Of all the ships to bring, hey, Griffin. So funny. All right, so I don't see the stabber here anymore, and nobody else is in local. We can pull back our DPS drones. All right, looking good, y'all. Looking good. Let's keep on watching our porpoise to get it. I love it, Miltar. It makes me happy. All right, chat, we're on this jaspit. Mining the heck out of this jaspit. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. How are we looking? Are we nice and stacked? Let's get a little bit stacked up here. Let's mine this a little bit faster. Okay. We are not going to siege up yet. We don't need to. We're only going to really siege up when we have to get compression. We have to get compression going. Okay. We have someone else in local. All right. because we don't want to have our porpoise be sitting there like a daggum sitting duck, chat. So low sec mining, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. We could have named her work. I can me sleepy. You know, all of the orc noises. I love it, chat. All right, let's look at our agency and see where else we're going to go to, because this Jaspit node is very much an in-between op, okay? Very much not something we want to sit at and do for a long time. Let's see if we can do this. This one is 16 jumps away and is through high sec. We could do that. I love this. Let me, we have Discord people talking to me. Let me, love it. I'm in, this spot. Let me see it, champ. Okay, sounds good. There we go. Excellent. We have people from Kyber are pinging me and saying like, yo, what's up, dude? So I'm like, yeah, okay. So we do have another border node, I think. Let me show this on the map. Border nodes are our priority today. This is not, it is orbiting low sec. Okay, so let's pull drones. Let's everybody come back. And let's stop laser on everything. Let's pull drones on everything, and there, look at that, chat. We were actually able to get it done in time. Let's stop laser on everything. We got all of our drones back. We're gonna do new desto for the fleet. I can't believe this is what I'm doing. And if y'all fall behind, just catch up, because I'm having enough problems multi-boxing here. All of our drones are here. Let's do it. This is not a public fleet. We just had some viewers like tag along and be silly. Okay, chat. So that's that. We're not going to compress here. There's no reason to. We're going to head out, and we're going to do a bit of jumping here. We get 18 jumps to do. Part of the reason I fit what I fit on these ships is because I wanted to ensure that we could travel fit when we needed to. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go back to variegated. It keeps going. Let's do it. So someone from YouTube beat me to it. I see you guy on YouTube. It's me. Something need doing. Something need doing? Something need doing. Me go there. That's I love the level 1 to 20 experience in World of Warcraft is one of the most enjoyable MMO experiences in my opinion. It's just a good time. You level up decently fast. Nothing really feels like a grind. And when you start getting closer to 20, there's something happens at level 20 in the game where everything starts just feeling really, really long. Everything starts just being really difficult to do, and that's just how it goes, right? So, I'm gonna go complete my dailies on my characters while I do this, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you are gonna see me like doing skill points and stuff. I have, in another day, next week, I'll be able to get these into better areas of space. Please tell me everything's jumping. Everything's jumping. Good. Okay, let's open up this. We have 18 jumps. So this is like, what do you do when you have 18 jumps to go? You go mess with your PI. You go activate your daily quests. You can mess with your indie. You can mess with your skill tree. You can do project discovery. You know, like one of the things I like about EVE that's different from World of Warcraft is you can actually do things while you're warping around. There are things that matter. In World of Warcraft, you can like, you know, play like Pagel on like an add-on minigame, but there's really nothing you can do. If you're in a flight path in WoW and you're heading to a different area, you're basically SOL on, you're basically SOL on like stuff to do, right? So I like that you can like, I'm going to do all of my daily quests. So hit autopilot and go make a sandwich. Do not do that, Lincoln. Never ever autopilot in EVE. Never ever autopilot. You can also mine in the background while you're doing work on your other screen. I can tell you that if I had a day where, and this was years ago when I was playing EVE, this was not even the last couple companies that I was at. When I was playing EVE years ago, I would do that where I was in a particularly boring meeting. If it was like one of those all-day meetings, I would have a Mackinac in a high-sec mining belt. Just absolutely the lowest form of interaction. I maybe checked it every 12 minutes with like Tech 1 lasers. I had barely more than the hull on grid, and I was just mining just because that little bit of dopamine. I would like alt tab up. Hey, yep, I'm like a third full. Cool. That helped me to stay awake during the meeting. I have ADD, chat. I need something to do. I need something to get this done. We've got Serious Gamer Serious Gamer coming in with a tier 2 sub on Twitch.tv, baby. Let's get it done. Yeah. You are
Tier 2'd out of your mind. It's good to have you, Serious
Gamer. A tier 2 sub is not nothing. You're worth 2 people on Twitch. That's the way of it. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, my friend. Let's keep this going. We have to make sure that while we're navigating, we continue to look at the border systems, because the reality, let me tell my Discord person. Do it. I love it. I love it, chat. We're going to head to the spot. We're going to keep looking for other border systems because some can spawn closer to Jeddah. And we want to try to keep that in mind, that we want to kind of be close to Jeddah so that I just know that a lot of border systems spawn close to Jeddah. That's just how it is. We've seen this be a thing, and I'm just going to keep on keeping on with that, right, Chance? We wait till everything's jumped in and call it a day. So nice, Van. That's great. We got a lot of awesome people in this community gifting out subs. It makes me very happy. I really appreciate it when people do that. You know, it's not, if you're going to support the stream, the best place to do it is over on Patreon. But if you just prefer Twitch, pick Twitch. That's why we simulcast. It's why we multi-stream, so that y'all can get done the stuff you want to get done without having to worry about like doing what I say, right? So let's do this. So probably yeah. Especially with love it. Okay. I'm gonna try to finish my dailies on this guy if I can only click the right thing, ladies and gentlemen. I keep on clicking the wrong thing on my Porp Assault. And there we go. Boom, boom. We got another 10k skill points on the Porp Assault. So all of my mains have their dailies done. All right, so we're gonna keep this going. Every single time we warp, we should probably just refresh the agency tab and just see if we're good to go and if there's something close to us. So I love it. Thank you, my friend in Kyber and from Frame Perfect. We have some Corp mates checking out the stream chat that are probably going to be doing some fun things. We love to see it. So, Van, you're killing it. Thank you for supporting us over on Patreon. Thank you for that. Very much helps. And high-sec systems that border low-sec systems that border high-sec, or no-sec and no-sec that border low-sec. That's a great question, actually. What we're prioritizing is the system that is in high-sec that borders low-sec, because low-sec ores can spawn in high-sec if it borders low-sec. If it sounds confusing, a border system has Concord that has rarer ores. That's the point. That's the why of it, okay? That's why we're running around New Eden checking on this. And by the way, that's one of the reasons why I'm flying an Endurance today and not a Covetor. Covetors are slow, and you have to deal with travel fitting, and if there's no station, that means you have to fit a mobile depot. This has a sub 3, we got 5 AU warp, it's decent enough. And look, we got some polycarbons and some low frictions just to be able to go fast and align out quick. Sub 3 is great. The Porpoise also is set to do a very fast align just to be sure and call it a day. So I love this. I think this worked out quite nicely. I think that worked out quite nicely, where y'all can see the various things that are in. If I can like, let me put it like right here, that's good. And let's do this. Somehow the windows keep like resetting and I don't know what I'm doing to do that. So yeah, this is pretty cool because y'all can see like what our haul is. You can see the various characters. You know, it's funny when I made a patron video where I was doing fleet mining, and we can't do that anymore. I've talked that's a whole nother episode. So when I put out the patron episode, it was more like a podcast while I was fleet mining, right? I did this. I actually had people DM me going,
Loru, I have a multi-box Discord, and people are freaking out. How did you get a bunch of mining holds on your screen? Tell us.
Y'all, this is OBS. It's for production. Okay. It's not, I didn't figure out some way to like, you know, do it better or something. This is production. Your boy is this is the magic of television, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. The magic of television. So, you know, that's true, Lettuce. I have to go fix that. Correct. You are correct about that, my friend. Yeah. So what's up, Hexus? It's good to see you. I did Logity for over 3 weeks now. I didn't experience after the mining patch shenanigans. Oh, it's Van. I don't think you missed a lot. You didn't miss very much at all, honestly, because What ended up happening is basically nullsec got bigger, better stuff. And while the people that signed in got to benefit from it from a market standpoint, they got a bunch of goodies. You don't need to get it, right? So, right. People, they thought actually that I was like breaking terms of service when this is just production for y'all's sake. This is just production so that y'all can see what's up. Here's why it's not TOS breaking. I can't interact with this. If I put my cursor here, there's nothing here on my screen, right? See, look. There's nothing here. It's because it's my other account. Does that make sense, chat? Oh, hello, Porpoise. Hello. I love seeing my mining fleet, chat, coming in. We got a couple more jumps, 7 more jumps coming in. 7 more jumps coming in. Let's warp the fleet to this point. So that's funny. I love it. That's fantastic. And thank you for being here, Marjorie. Yeah, you don't have to follow us around if you don't want to, y'all. Okay, some of you are like in fleet, following us around, showing up. I appreciate it, but you don't have to do this if you don't want to. So we've got this one coming up. That's good. Everything else is super far. This is another one that could happen. This is very back into low sec, but we could go do that. We could go head to low sec after. Okay. I liked the idea of us going into low sec and trying out stuff. We were able to DPS mobs. So can I fit a gun on my porpoise to be able to poke things? No. No, I have two, what the hell's it called? 2 boosts on it. Let me see. I have 2 boosts on this Porpy boy. So I can't fit a gun, right? And I have it fit for mining drone stuff. And I know it's kind of hard to see with some of the production. But I can't fit it because we have 2 boosts on there. We have like the range and the yield, right? And crystals, I think. Laser optimization is... Oh, that's not what I want. Don't do that. Laser is duration and capacitor bonus. That's pretty good. Drop the drone nav for a target. No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the large shield for a survey scanner. And I might drop the drone nav computer for a survey scanner. But drone nav computers are a sleeper module. Not a lot of people are using drone nav computers, and drone enjoyers know. Drone nav computers are like the MVP because your drone isn't mining, your drone isn't doing damage, isn't salvaging whatever, unless it's on the target. So, Fit guns anyways, no turret slots. Oh, I can't, that's right, there it is. So if you want serious into mining, go or mining lasers. No. I don't. Here's the thing. This is a good point. You do not ever need ore mining lasers. They're very expensive and they put a massive target on your back. When you're doing low sec mining, which is what we are doing, we are heading into low sec at times. We're doing dangerous mining. I am not bringing ore strip miners into low sec. This is actually incorrect, in my opinion. Everybody plays differently. I love this name of this worm. That's so funny. You can instead bring in what you can afford to lose. So if you have like 500 billion-esque and you want to bring in ore deep core miners, whatever, you can, but it makes the cost of this ship go up by like 3x, absolutely 3x. And the only thing, this is my fleet fit for this. I would fit a survey scanner in the mids if you could do that. So I gave up on drones when the sleepers started shooting at them. Yeah, but I'm not in sleeper areas. So this is what I'm talking about, y'all. There's no one fit in Eve, okay? There's no one size fits all. What you have to do is cater your fits to what you're seeing in your area and the exact activity that you're doing. This is a fleet endurance border fit. So I have it fit for yields and because they're and type B crystals. Type Bs, not A's. Because when we're up against a bunch of coveters and hulks on grid, I gotta be able to go fast. So yeah. Appreciate you, Marjorie. Thank you for that. You gotta be able to go quick, y'all. You gotta be able to get it done. So we have to just keep it up there, right? All right. The only time you fit faction strips on your bard is if you have a defense fleet and are blue. Yes, that is correct. I agree. Chat, listen, my corp lives in Pochven, okay? My corp wants you to come to Pochven, and have faction strip miners on. They want you to do it because you're gonna die and we're gonna take your crap. That's what they want. That's why I try to tell you guys, let's be smart about this. Maybe don't do that. Okay. Maybe don't do that. That doesn't sound like it's a great idea. So, It's not something I recommend doing, period, full stop. Let me move this. And how we doing? Let's check this. That's good. Okay. Looking good. So, with eyes and neighboring systems, correct. T1 drones, T1 miner laser, no residue. So I actually have a Mackinac fit that is T1 strips, T1 drones, and it's quite literally I am editing a video, and I have one Mackinac up on like a non-public character. Like, I don't do this on my main characters that you see here because people will just come get me, right? So I have other characters that y'all will never know about that I just go actually enjoy the game on, because this is a show. This is less of me enjoying it. I go and I enjoy on other accounts. So that is, I have a Mackinac that's like barely more than the actual hull is. And I do that so that I can have a 0 yield, 0 stress if it gets ganked Mackinac. See, the true end game of Eve is figuring out how you can get the game to fit your day to day and your day to other day, whatever, however you play style. That's why I love PI. Oh, chat, are we navigating places? Is it time to reset my daggum extractors, brev? Oh, it is, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. I'm going places. Every single time I open up the PI and I can just one-click my extractors, I gotta tell you, it's heavenly. Heavenly! Oh, yeah. Love it. Love every second. Love every second. All right, y'all. We are here. There is a Loki in system, I think. We are here. We are going to warp us to a point. We are at the border system. Let's turn on the old tank mods, ladies and gentlemen. Let's left-click these extractors. So that is true, Van. That is correct. That's why I don't do any of that stuff on my main, because people will just come get me. So that's how it is. And it do be like that, obviously. It do be like that. So, all right, let's head here. And we're nice and extracted. All right, we're heading to a border system. We are descanning. Looks like we do have a couple ventures on this descan. We're probably not going to invite them just because. So it's a decent amount of people do. I can tell you that right now. A decent amount of people understand about locators. So, all right, let's see what we got here. We got plenty. We got some crook-eyed, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. That's going to be our targets. That's going to be the old target, y'all. There's the crook. There's the crook. So let's get some variegated, and let's just start mining that right away. Let's just start mining that right away. And let's put our drones on this yttrium just because, and we're just going to immediately start pumping here. Just immediately start pumping, okay? We're just not even going to wait. I'm going to throw my drones out onto something else. That's mine. This guy right here. Yes, sir. Mining drone and this here. And we're going to throw drones out here. This guy and this guy. I love seeing those purple lasers, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have variegated on this other character. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. No worries. Let's orbit this at 500. Throw out our drones. And hit this and do this. Porpoise. How are we doing? Let's watch the porpoise. That's mining. These are mining. These are mining. Our porpoise is also mining. There it is. Okay. Cool beans. We got a bunch of ventures here and some other endies. Let's also orbit this porpoise at 5 and orbit our porpoise at 5. Okay. Orbiting at 5. All of our drones are on. Everything is a-cookin'. And let's take a sec to absolutely come in here and start compressing. And let's open up our fleet hangar as well on our porpoise and get that going as well. The crook-eyed is the move, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the compression. I love that I can show y'all what I'm doing on the alts with this other production. It makes me very happy. Makes me very happy. Let's put this right here. Let's get this to compress and go here and open up the fleet hangar on the porpoise and get this to compress. Very good. And go into the fleet hangar and pull it into the mining holds. Look at that and compress. Good stuff. All right, so we've got a solid 36 million ISK coming in on this. We got our purple lasers. One of my NDs doesn't have his purple crystals yet, but that is how that do be, chat. That is how that do be. So there we go. So you said you making a Dune Awakening server. There isn't a Dune Awakening server. I said if that was the case, we were going to do that, but it looks like that's not the case. Looks like that's not something you can do. I want to, but it's not something that is going to be probably available in the game. It's just not a thing. So yttrium coming in, chat. Yttrium coming in. Awesome. We don't have to worry about the crookite. We don't have to worry about that. We just have after the crookite. What are we doing after? Let's see. I believe it's the Dukinium. That's over here. So let's lock this guy up. No, it's not this one. Let's lock up this Dukinium and let's make this. Can I tag this as 2? And let's do what's after that is the ochre. Let's do that one as 3. Let's tag this as 3. Can I see that on my alts? For some reason, I can't see that on my other characters. I don't know why. I know that it works in fleet, but I don't know why it's not working now. It's very frustrating. So what I'll do is I'll unpulse my Orbis and I'll try to get us into a better position here. So we can do this instead because we're all orbiting the Porp. And that's good. We're going to keep descanning out. We're going to keep descanning. We got fry safe for the Griffin. I love it. I just noticed that. I love it. I love it, chat. All right, great. Let's do it. So, damn. Yeah. What we're going to do instead of having like a dedicated Dune Awakening server is we're going to have a way to play with us that isn't like, we're going to pick a server and say we're rolling on this one. But I'm not going to, there goes the crook. There goes the crook. All right, so let's get close to the Dukinium is next, and I believe that is also this one. Or is that Complex? Complex is Dukinium. All right, so let's switch to Complex is this guy, and switching to Complex is this guy coming down here. Let's get the good old-fashioned Duke. And stop this and go to Complex and go to the Duke. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. All right, and the Porpoise is going to go to let's put it like up here. Let's keep the boost going, but we're not going to have our other stuff going. Everything else is running. Looking real good. Looking real good. Excellent. We're following it. So we did get the Crookite. Now we're going to go after this Duke. This is a solo venture. Iron Man Journey, my man. Doing the Iron Man. Love to see it. That's what you got to do. Arbitrator coming in. We're in high sec, chat, so we're not as even close to as worried about ganks. So once we get a little bit closer to this, we are going to let's stop our moving, and we are going to use our compression here. Super fast. Let's just compress everything. Compress everything while I'm thinking about it. We can move it into the fleet hangar. If I get some more stuff, we can compress that as well. And we move it into the fleet hangar, and then the fleet hangar gets the rest of it. So what are we up to now? 45 million-isk. Not bad, y'all. This is working. This is working. And see why we can't do like an open fleet of this? If we have like 50 coveters, we're just gonna destroy this entire fleet. So maybe we do only ventures and only expedition frigates. Maybe that's what we do, because then it gives kind of everybody a fair chance to get it. I think that's what we do. This is why I wanted to test this out as well. I wanted to do this. I wanted to test this on stream before we open up this fleet to everybody else and have a good time with it. Looking good. We got it. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing the border mining fleets with our multi-box coming in, having a good time with it. After this, we are going to be heading back into low sec, seeing what kind of trouble we can get into. We got all of our mining drones. We have a porpoise fleet with some endurances. Little bugs flying around, harvesting our rocks. Physic. Are the rocks ahead? Are the rocks ahead? After this is going to be the ochre. And then I believe the Ephraim. Is Ephraim more than ochre? Is Ephraim more than ochre, chat? And which one gets the Ephraim? So variegated is the crookite. Complex is Ephraim, Duknium, and so is Ephraim and Duknium. Ochre is going to probably be the coherent. Ochre is probably going to be the coherent. Let me go back to this, and is going to be coherent. Yeah, it's Amber, Kernite, Jaspit, Ochre. Am I missing something? No, it's the coherent is only the yttrium, which is the Yphrium, whatever this one. Yphrium. I can't. Who named these? For God's sake. Now that must be the complex one then. Duknium, Yphrium, but not ochre. Looks like ochre is also the variegated, which means we should be hitting the variegated right now instead, most likely. Let me see. Yeah, ochre is variegated, so we should probably be going after that one instead. Is that one within range? What's our range? 19, plenty. And there's a venture mining it. Let's do this. This one's about to end. Let's just hit that one early, and let's hit the variegated up, and then let's go after the ochre, because I believe this one's going to be a little bit more for us. And let's do, can you fly these? And let's stop that one. Can you fly? Nope. This one can only fly yellow crystals. So let's have the one that can fly yellow crystal sit on the old that, but let's have this other one go after the ochre, because I believe the ochre is more money because it takes the higher crystal. That's a good way to do it. Plus, I love seeing the purple. Yeah, we got Mace Windu coming in chat. Yeah. Let's do it. Love it. Love it. When wormhole gas mining, I can tell you that is probably not going to happen, because wormhole gas mining attracts a lot of, let's call it, people that want to end us, okay? Dangerous kinds of people, all right? And what ends up happening is, and let me relock onto stuff for my my porpoise mining drones here so we can keep this going. What ends up happening is people will go into wormhole space and they will track down not just me, but y'all. And I don't want y'all to come into the wormhole, get you a prospect. It takes a lot of work to get people there and then have us just die. It really is tough to go into wormhole space with a fleet of public NPSI stuff, because y'all are everybody's gonna die, and I don't want y'all to die. I want it to be a successful op. So I'd rather do something like this with everybody. That way, like, everybody's decently successful, you know? Decently successful. So let's also check on that ochre so I can test my theory. The Ducinium is 6,000 per. The Yttrium, I don't think we have any ochre yet. We're about to get some. Let me just one pulse this just to be able to have it now. And let's compress it and let's throw it in and we'll just see what it is. So the ochre is 8K. Jaspit is cheap. It's only 700. Real cheap. Yttrium is 5K. There it is. All right, we got some Mackinac. Here comes the Mackinac, chat. Here comes the Mac. We got a Mac fleet just showing up. Do it. Unsure. All right, so there it goes. No more ochre. That's what we're here for. It's time to go back to, and I believe is this, I don't remember again. Is this the freaking Yttrium or is that the complex? Yttrium is this. All right, so let's do, this is going complex and we hit up the Duke. This is going complex and we hit up the good old fashioned Duke. Let's do it. And then I think the Yif is after. Yiffy. I don't think, let me broadcast this target. I don't think some of my guys have this on their screen, which is really frustrating. So, and there it goes. There it goes, y'all. Let's keep hitting this guy then. Let's hit the Yif. There it goes. This is why we need the survey scanner. It's the only thing we're missing, especially with the various big ships joining us, especially with the various big ships joining us. Let's put this onto my overview and let's lock onto this and undo that crystal and hit this guy. And let's look at this. Add Yttrium and let's do this. And let's start doing some minor PvP. We see that this guy is being orbited by an Endurance and a Venture. Where are the Mackinacs? The Mackinacs are hitting up these other ones over here. Looking good. All of our drones are up. All of our drones are working. Our siege mode is on. And now is not the time to go slow. We have Mackinac fleets coming in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pulse our crystals at half cycle. I'm going to pulse our crystal at about half cycle to make sure that we can just really hit this since we don't have a survey scanner. This is when we need the survey scanner, right here. So, survey scanner would help us understand how much is left of this and would let us go. So we do see hobgoblins coming out from the Mackinac. Just trying to really defend it. They're trying to defend it, but it's not really going to be defended from anything because nothing's going to try to attack you in high sec like that. There are high sec gankers, but I just, you know, for one Mackinac, I don't know about that one, chat. Not sure about that one, Chief. Let's compress this. There is a Mackinac fleet, though. You know, gankers do show up, ladies and gentlemen. They really, really do. Let's just keep compressing while we can, throwing it into the fleet hangar, and then taking the fleet hangar, throwing it here, and then seeing what else we've got. Let's compress all this. What do we got, chat? We're up to 60 million. Not bad. We officially paid for two of the Endies doing this, so just keep half cycling these. It is going to break our crystals faster, but this is the expensive one. Yttrium is... This is Yttrium. Jaspit 700. 4,000. 6 ochre. So we need to prioritize the Crookite and the ochre whenever we're doing this. Crookite and ochre. Please remind me, chat. Please remind me. Crookite and ochre. Because that is the move here. Let's just keep half cycling our crystals here. How much is this breaking these? I think we're fine. Because we have the... We have some good stuff here. Range, duration, cap bonus, very nice. Keep checking local. Keep descanning. Some minor PvP is happening right now, where we are getting rocks in a different way. We're trying to make sure that we get the most out of these very expensive ones. And there goes that Yttrium thing here. So let's see which one of these is super close. Let's lock on to it. Oh, that one's still chilling. Let's just go for the one that my porpoise is going for. Yeah, let's just hit that one. Let's just hit that one and get my porpoise. Let's keep the porpoise at range, and let's throw my drones onto that. And let's throw my drones onto this. Okay, throwing them on and throwing them on. We put the drones on the less expensive one. Does that make sense? We put our drones on the less expensive one because they have waste. They have bad yield. So we want to, comparatively, so we want to make sure that we're absolutely able to get the most out of it. That's how we can do that. So can y'all please attack this? Thank you. I realized my crystal wasn't on there, so. Okay. Good trim, yep. Yep. What's up, Rabba? Oh yeah, you gotta get the combat drones going. You gotta get it done. So, 1000%. This one isn't orbiting. I want it to orbit. I want it to orbit, please. Okay, thank you. I want all of these to orbit because just in case there's rats that get on grid with us, I want my stuff to move because it has a lower align time anyway. I'm not worried about the align time. So, and I love seeing the yellow crystals. It makes me happy. All right, so we still have the Mackinaws. The Mackinaws are hitting that side. They're definitely hitting the Yttrium up. My drone ball is hitting this. I love having, and there it goes, chat. The Yttrium is now done. Let's hit, let's go for this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. That do be like that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this going. Let's get this going. I like that the Endurance has mining drones. The Endurance having mining drones. Let's unpulse this really quick because we're going to start aligning out to a different spot. Not aligning to a different area, just kind of moving us around the, what the hell is it called? Zone. Throw this here. Compress everything here. Very good. Everything's nice and compressed. Up to 66 million. Yeah, once the porpoise is done, we'll start moving it over to this side because we want the drones. I run drone nav computers on all of this. But I want this, and there it goes, chat. There it goes. All right, let's head to Coherent. Coherent, ladies and gentlemen. Let's unload the ones that can't do it. All my other ones can't do it, unfortunately. It is sad, but it also do be like that. So this one can. Let's go for this one really quick. Let's go for this one, and you can go for the one that Venture is on. That's fine for me. You're going to see some different color lasers here, and I don't know why. There it is. Okay, good. All right, porpoise. We're going to head the porpoise to this really quick. Let's just kind of move the porpoise over in this direction. Very quickly on the... We're going to hit this side up. We're going to hit this side up. Everybody's drones are going. Mining lasers are up. You're seeing yellow crystals. Hit those because my other characters don't have the Tech 2 crystals to do this yet. But let's turn that off. Yeah, we're going to one pulse. Yeah, you're going to keep this guy at range. We're going to orbit this instead. Thank you. You are going to go right in the smack dab center of these. Let's turn on our let's turn on our micro orb drive one time. And I have been neglecting my D-scan. I hope this has been eye-opening for a lot of you. Seeing what it takes to do mining PvP in dangerous areas of space, that are considered to be higher yield, higher end. All right, let's reactivate our stuff. Let's also take our heavy water and our fleet hangar and reload our fuel bay. I have my fleet hangar is nice and full of all the goodies, ladies and gentlemen, all the goodies. All right, so now we're nice and in the middle of all this other stuff. So make sure we're not out of range of some of these. Out of range? We're still within 18. Okay. So all of these drones are kind of far from stuff. Let's bring our drones back, return in orbit, and let's lock up this one instead. Let's bring our drones back. Let's bring our return in orbit. Here's a pro tip for all of you. If you just tell your drones to start mining a new thing, they will dump what's in their mining hold. You want to have them return to you first, so it drops off what's in their mining hold and then continue going. If you've been having problems with drone mining, where you've been like, man, I just don't seem to get the ore that they say, it's probably because you're telling them to attack. You're telling them to like mine, and Marsha, and it's not working for you. So we have these split up. That's a-okay with me for now. Okay, everything's mining. Everything's good to go. Let's compress this. Let's compress this. Let's compress this. Let's compress this. Have any of you never seen fleet mining before like this? Is this some of y'all's first time seeing fleet mining? Type 1 if this is your first time seeing like a boosted fleet mine coming in. We're up to 73 million-isk. with endurances, ladies and gentlemen, with some endies doing it. Man, so yttrium, coherent, ochre, variegated, crickite, variegated comb. I literally have to get I actually have to get a like post-it note and just put it in front. We have, even the fleet is doing it. I love it. Miltar and Marguerite coming in. I love it. Y'all are just out here vibing. I love it. Thank y'all for being here. It's very fun having y'all just out here having a good time. So, all right. So this one is still getting the good stuff. Our porpoise is out here. It looks like those Mackinaws left. The Mackinaws started seeing, look, these are picked clean. I actually don't think this is a good spot for Mackinaws. I just don't. So I don't read it at all. I don't read it at all. So I do this all the time. You do, Garrett. You really do. I read the chat, of course, with the endurance. It's the first time to see it in fleets. Nice, Hexus. Nice. I don't think a Mackinaw is the ship for this. I think you have to fly a Coveter. I wouldn't bring a Hulk for this. I just wouldn't. Because you saw in some of those spots, you had a, look, if you have an Orca and you have defense, you can, if you have like a defending fleet like around, you can bring an Orca and have Hulks here, but you can get the job done with you're out traveling like I am, with some endurances and just a couple of porpoises, right? So there it is. The amount of accounts is nothing for what I do. When I go at mine, I have to work on 9 accounts. Oh, I love that, Nina. I love that. But see, I am not in a null sec block. This is a day trip. This is what a day trip looks like, y'all, is having a bunch of endies, having cheaper ships showing up and having a good time with it, not having a massive freaking fleet that's getting it all done. So we do have a bunch of ventures coming in. This is a really good spot for ventures to do. I might do this on a, this is actually something I'm going to recommend when we have new bro pilots, is to do this kind of thing, is to show up. You just have to always be descanning. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. The Gila that we killed yesterday on the fleet and our first ever high set gank, he actually DM'd me. He sent me a message. He sent me a mail. He RP'd in the mail and was like, I am an innocent bystander, you know. And I'm going to respond to him, but the easy response is like, you can RP all you want, but you have to be descanning. You can't be like, I'm innocent. And you're not, no one's innocent, Neve. You have to just do your best, and you have to always be descanning. So, you know. T2 barters are gank bait, too slow between belts. That's what I'm saying, lettuce. Yes, my friend. This is correct. Now, I love the Coveter for stuff like this. Coveter, yes, you're gonna get all the Crookite, you know, because there's like 1 Crookite node. And then look, this Yttrium, look how little this Yttrium is worth, all things considered. Let's compress this. The Yttrium is, okay, the Yttrium is only 518, right? The Jaspid is 7. That was in low sec. The Yfririum, whatever the heck, is 5.5K. So it's quite literally 10 times the value of this. 10 times. The Duke is 6. Ochre is 8. Crookite's 12 almost. Way higher. Way higher. Awesome. 12K. So when you see a border thing, you want to get there. And you know what those Mackinaws are probably doing, now that I'm thinking about it? They probably went to a different one. See, look, there's one that's 15 jumps away. We can, let's get rid of this one. Let's remove this waypoint. Let's see what, this is 15 jumps away. We might head to that one. We'll see. If you can get to a fresh one, you can get that Crookite. You can make some serious isk. So, refined value is higher than on the Yit. Really? Interesting. Okay, sure. Who's RPing us a pot with broken sensors? Yeah. That's not a joke. It's real. It's very correct. That's what happened. So if you've never fleet mined before, here is the proper setup. You have your porpoise in the middle of a bunch of like nodes, close enough, and there goes the Yttrium chant. Let's get this next one going. Let's get this next one. Is this this one is not being mined necessarily by stuff. We'll just hit this one up, and let's hit this one up. Oh, that's the wrong character, and those other characters are good. So it was really just that one first character. Yeah, we're good. You want your porpoise in between things, and you want your drones close enough to your ships that they can just drop off ore. I see a lot of new pilots that have mining drones that they're like max range. Like if this is the belt, you know, if this is the belt, they're like over here and their drones are like taxiing. They're, we're not going to keep drawing that. Their drones are their drones are taxiing back and forth from where their position is. Okay, that's better. You don't want this to happen. You want to be nestled like right up against this, but you don't want to be too close to it either. You want to be, you want to be able to warp out if you get it. So Yttrium is best refined value. That's so interesting. Yttrium is the best refined value? Let's see it. Pure isogen. Jesse, we're cooking now. We got the blue crystals. Yo, no wonder this is such a popular belt. Okay, so I do like sitting on this belt for a while and just big chilling here and having a good time with it then. Okay, show enough. We're up to 82 million ISK on those. We're gonna let these keep going. Love the mining drones that we're getting. And I think my math checks out that with the ND is getting right now with the porpoise boost, let's not do the porpoise boost so I can just do a raw thing because maybe y'all don't get it. I have 15 with this. One of my guys just lost his rock. One sec. That was the laser. Okay, so let's come back to this. There it goes, chat. The lasers are starting to drop. The lasers are starting to drop, everybody. Let's do this. Let's do this. And once that is done returning, we can do... let's do this. Remember, you don't want to set your drones on a new path until you absolutely... Here, one section. Let's do 500. Orbit at 500. Good. Orbiting drones need to be on a separate one just because that's what I like to do. And also our porpoise also needs to mine some stuff. Let's just keep some targets on the old porpoise. And this entire section is going to be ours. Entire section is going to be ours. There it is. Okay. All the drones are mining. Those lasers are mining. Good stuff. Let's do it. Let's look at this. The endurance without boost is going to get 15 per second. The mining, we have Tech 2 with Type B crystals. The Tech 2 mining drones are going to get 66 in 60 seconds. So that means that we get about, what is it, like one? That's like 1.2 per second times 3. So that's like that's 3.6. So it gets like 18, let's call it 19 M3 a second, okay, with the endurance. All right, a prospect doesn't have drones, but it has a higher yield and has 2 crystals. Okay, and pause. We have to keep us going, chat. We have to keep looking at this. This is the mining PvP, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this is it. So boop and boop and boop. And we're gonna unpulse our siege here because we are most likely going to be getting this stuff coming in just a moment. Okay, that looks good. Let's put you on this. Let's get you on the farther one, okay? Let's get you on the farther one. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you. Great. So let's look at this. Let's look at this. I opened up the fitting window on my alts. A prospect with Tech 2 crystals that are Type Bs is going to get 9.5 and 9.5 with Type Bs, but no drones with yields. This is the fit that we have here. So let me just get rid of that. This means we're getting, what is that? 1 plus, so we're getting 19. So it's essentially the same yield, but because the drones have flight time, because the drones have to get back to you, the endurance does have slightly less yield. So they both have very, very similar yields, right? The difference is that the prospect gets it right into the mining hold and technically has the better application because you can control your lasers, and the drones are like, yeah, mine this, I guess. And the drones, you have to basically run Tech 2 drones, or the residue on Tech 2 drones is terrible. Okay, there it is, chat. There it is. Let's start moving towards stuff. Okay, we're going to start moving the prospect towards this. All of the drones are coming back. Those drones are here. Let's start throwing those drones out to this. Let's start throwing those drones out to this. Start throwing those drones out to this. So we're going to start moving our prospect, or our porpoise, excuse me, very, very slowly that way. Everybody's mining. Everybody's mining. That's that. The prospect has a cloak, so is better for dangerous areas of space. Okay. The fits we're looking at are not dangerous areas of space fits necessarily. We don't have warp core stab. We don't have anything of that. We're in high sec right now. If someone wants to kill us, we're just going to die. There's nothing else to say about it. That's just how it's going to be. So if you're in a wormhole, I recommend a prospect because it has that extra, you can really, that extra high slot is really awesome for gas. You can do a covert ops cloak and then get to double gas and still have a bunch of lows for this. There's that, y'all. All right, let's do it. Let's get this next one. Let's go here and let's lock onto this, and let's lock onto this one as well. And let's lock onto these and to these and to these. Let's send the drones out after the close one, and let's just really quickly pulse that, just to be able to do a one pulse of this. And let's send the drones out after the close one. Let's start mining this. Let's start mining this, mining this, mining this, and mining this. There we go. I think everybody's mining it. Looks good. Let's look at our porpoise's position, all things considered. We're doing real good with our positioning here, y'all. Let's get right up on this guy right over here. And then I think we siege up again. We can kind of go like right up here, I think. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. Low sec mining, still doing it. Still doing it. We got all of our drones on the closest one. We'll put our porpoise right in the middle here. These are all yttrium left. All yttrium. Still good on the D-scan. And we're decently close, and we will start sieging up. Let's start compressing stuff, because we've been doing this long enough that we need to compress again. Let's compress, 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 compress. The difference between the prospect and the endurance, quite frankly, is all the covert ops cloak. That is one of the biggest differences. 100 million chat on the nose. 100 milli. 100 milli from today's op. Doing it. Doing it. And there that one goes as well. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. What are we going to do for this new one? Well, let's lock them up. Let's lock them up. Let's send them out. Let's put the drones on this guy right here. Let's put the drones on this guy. And let's start just locking up all of our targets, because we're just going to have to keep moving them very fast as we go through this. So let's just keep this going and keep this. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Everybody's doing it. Doing it. That's true. The endurance can mine ice and the prospect can mine gas. Those are the other key differences. Correct. Correct. But basically, they're so similar in how they feel and look that when you're flying them, it's going to be hard to like notice a difference, if that makes sense. When you're flying the endurance, you do feel like a little bit more tanky, but you are going to, let me do this. Okay. To start throwing them out. Now it's basically a Wild West, and we're just going to keep on trying our darndest here. So Porpoise just joined. Mr. Porpoise, you're a little bit late. Late to the party, my guy. What's this? Oh, this is our Griffin. Yeah, sweet. Sweet. We love it. Everybody's mining. The number one thing we have to do is just make sure everybody's mining and everybody's getting it done. That's it. So that's that. They're both great hulls. I think the expedition frigates are some of my favorite ships in the game for stuff like this. You can do a lot in an endurance. You could do a lot. You could do a lot. The prospect might be is a top 3 ship in the game for me. There it goes, y'all. Prospect is a top 3 ship in the game for ya boy. Definitely. Definitely one of the better ships in the game. We're starting to run out on things. It's time to start doing half cycles. We can't be sitting here anymore just trusting that everything's gonna go. Drones are mining, drones are mining, drones are mining. Time for half cycles, ladies and gentlemen. There's just a couple rocks left. This is what it's all about, y'all. We got a couple ventures and some endies trying our darndest. The ventures, looks like they have Tech 1 lasers. This one is green still, I think. Yeah, I think that one's still green, though it looks more white. The white crystal is what we're looking for. That's the coherent lasers. That's what we have. That's the Tech 2 lasers. Let's just hit this one. Let's start doing, you know what, chat? On the modules that don't have crystals, we can start doing 1/4 cycles. They don't have crystals. That's not a bad idea. We just keep on pulsing it to guarantee that we get some of the rock. That's not bad. How much damage we had? 25% damage, right? What's up, Adam? How are we doing? We're doing it. We're mining right now. We're getting some rocks. Physic. Are the rocks ahead?
If they are, we all be dead.
Stop mining now. I mean it. Anybody want a peanut? This is our mining stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep on pulsing this on the Yit. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, we keep on pulsing the Yit. Let's see it, and let's get it done. Look at this final rock, ladies and gentlemen. The final rock is here, is up, is running. Let's get it done. There's one rock left to mine on this mining stream. Let's do it. Prospect ain't rust, so I don't trust. There it is, Cat. There it is. So I'm supposed I'm jaded by running so many tunes as Swarm of Drones for my endurance ball. It's hard to trade off for the prospect. Yes. Yes. And you know, that's all right. That's a-okay. We're going to keep pulsing our mining lasers. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody pull it back. Pulling back the drones. Time to go to the next spot, ladies and gentlemen. 07s in local. 07s in local. Very excellent. Let's unpulse our siege module. Let's get everything compressed. All the drones are in. Let's get everything compressed. All of our drones are in. Good looking. Let's get everything compressed. All of our drones are in. Everything's looking good. Throw the fleet hangar right here and up to, what are we looking at, y'all? We're looking at 108 million ISK. Real good. 108 million ISK, y'all. 108 million ISK. Looking real good with this triple ND coming in. Excellent stuff. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to dock up the Porpoise super fast. We're going to dock up the Porpoise super fast. Okay, the ND, I'm waiting on the safe mode to be up with this Porpoise. We're going to dock it because we're going to drop off this ore. We're going to try to head into nullsec and see if we can find some stuff in lowsec, not nullsec, excuse me. But before we go into, dangerous areas of space, we're going to go dock up. We're going to drop off hundreds of millions of ISK. Why would we go there with everything in our cargo hold? We're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there. What's a siege module? It's a great question. A siege module is a module on the Porpoise that on similar ships like the Porpoise that makes it immobile, but makes it more powerful. Okay. Makes it immobile, makes it more powerful. It does a boost. It has a boost that lets it do bigger and better stuff. So that's what that is. That's what that is. It makes it do, it lets us have more powerful boosts. It lets us compress our ore on belt. That's why you see compression above my head right here. So, that is true. Yeah, you can basically just get into an endurance if you use my code. Check out, if you go to my link tree that's in the description for you, that is going to do it for you. That is definitely going to do it. Let's just dock up everybody while we're here. Okay, let's dock up everybody. And just to be able to see how stuff's going, let's dock up the whole fleet. Then we all come out at like the same location. Very, very good. And this one tip right here is going to save a lot of people's lives. Right here, chat. You join us, you drop the ore off, and then you leave again. You just undock again. We don't have to stay here, right? We can just undock all of our ships. The production's going to look a little screwy while we're like this, y'all, okay? And then we just undock again. Easy. Easy. So it's loaded with valuable ore. We are going to go to low sec. We are. But we're not going to just do that with a bunch of crap in our inventory, are we? No, no, no. We're going to go, let's head down to low sec, y'all. Let's warp the fleet. Let's warp the fleet to a nice point. Now, we might die here, but we've locked in some seriously good looking value already. So I'm not really worried about it. You know that I absolutely get the stuff. Now, I haul stuff. Kata, I like hauling. I actually have really good T2 hauling skills, so I'm not worried about it. I'm going to do this guy right here. We're going to head to low sec, chat. We're going to have a good time with it. So I drop off. You could use high sec buyback. We could. Barges be what I grew up with these. Frigates be Gen Z. I love it, stream. I love it. No, look, you can do a barge. You can. But when you're heading into dangerous areas like I am right now, you want something less expensive. A barge is going to be like 100-something million ISK just to start. I'm going to not do that and show up here instead. All right, so here we are. We're here. We've got just a quick little one. Let's warp everybody to this. Let's turn on all of our tank modules. I can't fly coherent crystals on the other ones. That's fine. All of our tank modules are on just to get us nice and protected. Good, 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 good. Excellent stuff. Okay, very, very nice. You know what we need to do, chat? We need to keep our health bars on, don't we? Don't we? Let's add to watch list. Why can't I do add all members to watch list? Let's just put this right. I'll put this here so y'all can kind of see some of the health bars, just in case. All right, and we're going to orbit our Porpoise at 500. And we're going to orbit our Porpoise. This is a very common multi-boxing tactic where you have an anchor ship, where you anchor one of your ships and you just leave various modules on. So I'm going to like leave on my afterburner. I'm going to leave on my other stuff so I can just see what we can get here. So we got some Jaspit. Let's go get it, y'all. Let's go get it. So let's turn on our boosts. We're going to keep looking at local. We're going to keep looking at local. I think so far we are Gucci. Let's start locking this up. Let's start locking up the close one that is to us. And remember, it's just me now in this area. So I'm not worried if like, you know, if I lose the, we have to be 25K. Sure. So Let's get nice and close to this, and let's keep this at range like 3K. Let's throw out our drones. Mining drones gonna start hitting it. Let's start locking this up. And mining drones are out. Hitting it, hitting it. Mining drones are out. If I lose a yield to this because my other account starts, you know how if the rock is empty and you're on the rock, you won't get that on the other two characters that we have? I don't care about that because it's just me, right? It's just me on this one rock. So it's just a big no-brainer. This poor rock is just getting eviscerated. Yo, nasty. Gotten some big mobs coming in. Okay, got some cruisers. Some cruisers. Let's call them back. Let's call them back. Let's lock them up. We'll get them in range of us really, really quick. Let's get our Vespas out, okay? This is also why we like to make sure that we are orbiting the porpoise. We're orbiting the porpoise because we do have some bigger ships coming out. Let's call out our... I don't want to lose my mining drones here either, so I'm going to keep a sharp eye on the drone health. They're attacking those guys. They're attacking those guys. Can I throw them out here yet? We can. There it is. Let's just throw them out. Sounds good. And we're in no danger, y'all. See, there it is. There it is, right? We're in no danger. We're in no danger. These are not crazy mobs. I was lying. I lied to you, chat. I'm sorry. They're not crazy mobs. They're just going to do a little bit of DPS to us. And we just keep it going. We're going to keep descanning. We're going to keep descanning. Okay. We're going to not stop descanning. Okay, we're going to make sure that we're continuing to do that. We'll make sure local is good to go. And then once these mobs are dead, just the drone ball winning. Winning once again, y'all. I am not going to be siege moding up while we're on this belt. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And then we bring back the drones. We bring them back. Make it super simple. Make it super simple. We love that. Excellent stuff. Come on back, y'all. Come on back. Great. Now we call it our drones. Cool. Cool. Head to there or Rorson's? Nah, it's okay. Y'all are like, go here. Yeah, as you set up a web of ganks to destroy me. I know your tricks, ladies and gentlemen. I know how it do be, y'all. I know how it do be. Can I target this guy? No, I don't want to throw out this super far. I don't want to throw out a super far target on the porpoise. Why do you think? Because if we throw out a super far target on the porpoise, what's going to happen is mobs are going to jump in and I need to kill them. That's that. All right, so we do have an Exequer. Let's pull back our mining drones super fast. An XE might be able to out DPS us. We'll see. We'll see. An XE might be able to out DPS us. We will see about that. We do have some more mobs coming in, so let's just keep this train going. Let's keep this train going and just keep locking them up. Let's keep the warriors out. Let's launch these. Launch them and launch them. What I'm going to do is I'm unironically going to assist. I'm unironically going to assist the Ibis. I'm actually going to I'm going to have this assist is Marjorie. Because Marjorie has guns. Marjorie can help with this. So the moment Marjorie starts shooting something, going to help us. So Marjorie, I know it's a meme, you joined stream, but you're absolutely helping us do this. Absolutely are you assisting us. Go shoot him, Marjorie. Go get him. Go get these nerdy mobs and take them down. Take them down, Marjorie. It's great to see it. Because does the Griffin have any kind of guns on it? If it doesn't, we'll have to see about that. I'm throwing my drones out just to take them down. In the meantime, maybe my drones won't even get there in time. We'll see. We'll see. Exec Navy was on D-scan. We'll have to see about it. How we doing? It looks like that one is done. We are not sieged up. So let's see where the next one is. The next one is a bit yonder. Okay, let's start heading to there with our MWD. While we have our drones on, we'll turn the MWD on. We'll keep killing these mobs while the multi-boxing is going. There it goes. Excellent. ECM jamming it. Love it. Love it. I am a civilian Gatling canning them. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, dude. Absolutely doing it. So we have this lattice in the middle that I can get trapped on. So we kind of have to be careful as we go around it, as we do it. And I think our drones are doing it now, chat. There it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Taking them down. Taking them down. Warriors. And we do have a couple people in local. Just a couple. Okay, so we do have to kind of be aware that there is still people in local, that is the priority, right? That is the priority. So let's pull back our DPS drones really, really quick. And what I think I'm going to do is I am going to throw out my DPS drones and I'm just going to keep them assisted on the Ibis. And Mr. Ibis, if you could sit close to my sit close to the porpoise. Please sit close to the porpoise, because that is going to be what's going to help us out. Because the moment we have a couple people in local now, and a cloaky ship is going to uncloak and start ramming us, and that's just going to be a problem. So that is going to be it. So try to orbit the porpoise at like 5 hundo or something, if you can, Mr. Ibis. Okay, that way we're getting it done. So we're still getting some yields. We want some yield, and let's keep a sharp eye on our agency. We want to see 10-4. You got it. I love this chat. This is so much fun. Oh my gosh, this is I'm stressed. This is the only one that is close to us, but it's 18 jumps away, and just not worth us kind of going back to high sec over. So let's just keep chilling here. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Let's lock him up. Let's lock him up. Okay, scary stuff. Pull it back. Pull it back. Lock up this Stratios, and just start throwing our drones at. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Just start, and we are scrammed. We are scrammed, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Stratios is here. Let's throw out the stuff. Let's turn on everything. Turn on everything and see if we can throw the drones out after him. Okay, turn on everything. See if we can throw the drones out after this guy. Let's see if we can out DPS one. Oh, there's another one. There's an Orthrus. Oh, we're not gonna be able to take out the Orthrus chat. There's no way. There's no way. So here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna warp. We're gonna see if we can. And the Stratios is now out of range and is down to shields. I know you can't see it, chat. Y'all can't see it. But what we're gonna do is we're going to leave this. The porpoise is dead. There's no way it's not going to be. And I don't care about, because the porpoise is absolutely out tanked here. But I am going to warp out the endurances, because this will save us a misc. This will save us a misc. The porpoise, I'll put it right here for you. It's going to be a little bit janky on the production. We might be able to kill this Stratios. We'll see. And you might say, Loru, all that drone DPS is going to go to waste. Yeah, but all it's going to take is that Orthrus looking at me. And then we will take him down. So let's just get there, and then we'll go from there, y'all, okay? Let me just get there, and then we'll go from there. This was bound to happen, and this is why, y'all. We always say, be careful when you're in dangerous... Oh, I should have overheated this. Mistake. And this, we have burner clones. We've made money. It's no problem here. I'm not worried about this at all. It do be like that sometimes. That is how it goes. Let's just, that porpoise is going to get popped. Let's just make sure we jump through this and call it a day, What do we say in local chat? We say GF. We say GF. Okay, that's what we do. We get out of low sec, and we just keep it going. We just keep it going. So we tried, and that is what happens. We have a crappy pod. It doesn't matter. We'll just self-destruct. And then that's that, champ. Let's try to get out of here. So we do have a timer, I think, so we can't jump through here just yet. Can you jump through here, please? Thank you. Goodness gracious. Stratios was able to come in and pop the porpoise, y'all. That's what happens. So no GF if they're sniping stream. I don't know if they were sniping. I'm not sure. So, you know, that Orthrus, once I saw the Orthrus, I was like, oh yeah, we're not gonna be able to get this done. So we did die on the porpoise, but we did get out with the endurances. We did get out with the endurance. So here's what we're gonna do with the rest of these characters. Is we're gonna head to Jeddah, and we just drop our stuff off. That's it. Let's warp the fleet. We got the Endies out. We saved 100, we saved like 60 million-isk on the Endies. We did lose the porpoise, but that, it do be like that, chat. It do be like that. So, you know. So what should we do for next time? What I'm thinking is like, well, the endurance is snappy. The DPS on the prospect is not enough to take it down. So what you could do, I'm sorry, on the porpoise is not enough to take down a ship like that. What we could do is we could instead try to fly a, what's it called? And this, now my alt is back in Jeddah chat, so we'll just end that one there. What should we do instead if we're going to go into low sec? Maybe next time we try to do some, what's the tech one? The procurers. Because if all of us are in procurers, you can't kill us with, you're not going to be able to kill us with a Stratios and an Orthrus. It's just not going to happen. I should have overheated my tank mods there. That was a mistake, definitely. But we did get to keep all this ore that we got, just a little bit. And we did have a successful low sec mining op earlier. So I'm not mad about this. It just is what it is, chat. Sometimes you get popped. That is what happens. I'm going to shift back my alt to a one right here. So I do have an in-game channel. Yes, it is Loru Gaming. You can come on down right here. Loru Gaming. There it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is the way of it. Let's jump through. We're heading back to Jeddah, y'all. Heading back to Jeddah. And then we're going to see about reshipping / getting it done. And maybe we'll do an episode of something and we'll just get it done. This was a successful mining op. It was. And let me link you the kill. Let me see how that happens. Sweet. Let me link the kill here. Okay, so we can kind of talk about it and what occurred. Okay, let me warp this. Let's jump through it, and let's jump through it, and let's jump through it. Okay, let's see. The kill here is right here. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Here's Porpoise kill. Now, we died primarily to the Orthros. The Orthros was doing so much damage. There's no way that we were going to be able to get away when there was an Orthros long pointing us. We were trying to take out the Stratios, who took him down to half armor, but this ship isn't built for that. So what I'm thinking we do, if we get into a situation where we're in low sec again, is we might brick tank the Porpoise, and we might put like a drone. Maybe we put like a damage control in it, and maybe even a drone damage controller in the lows, because what ended up happening here is the Porpoise is our bulk of our DPS. And if we have a Porpoise plus some Procurers, it's going to be way difficult to gank even the Porpoise. So maybe we do something like that just to like be able to combat that. Because if this was a good test, 2 ships was enough to take us down, and we weren't going to be able. I knew I had to get out with the NDs very, very soon. So let's see it. Let's see what you've given me. So, Oh, I know, dude. It's the bait Porpoise. I have a similar fit. Don't you worry. Oh yeah, I have a similar fit. Don't you worry. You got the newts and the highs and everything, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, and it's just DPSing. Yeah, it all makes sense to me. But we're not here for mining. We're here for the border fleets, and sometimes you get popped in a low sec spot. We were able. What did we do before we went into low sec? We dropped off 100 million ISK. So we paid for 2 of the endies, and I've had these for a little bit of time anyway, at least the first one. So I'm not worried about it, chat. It just is what it is sometimes, right? And you die in the game, and then you just keep it going, you know? So that is actually, by the way, one of the reasons why I think instead of flying a Porpoise in low sec, you should fly a Command Destroyer. Command Destroyers are way less ISK. They're not going to have people show up because it's not as much money. So that's true, Vero. Correct. It's exactly correct. Could have eaten both those rascals, maybe, dude. I love it. Ugh. We don't have shield drones. We had DPS drones. So, you know, I can hear you that, hey, maybe don't abandon with your ults really, really quick, because maybe you could have out DPS'd those guys. I don't think so. Let me show you why. The Endurance does have drone decent stuff, right? But we do like what? We don't do a lot of damage. We do 50 DPS. So 3 of us are another 150 DPS. I don't think that's going to be able to crack a PvP Stratios in time. The math don't math. Now, if we have a Procurer, ladies and gentlemen, Procurers, this is actually what I think we'll do next time for the border. We get a travel fit Procurer. This is that, and we end up fitting the lows also with like bulkheads, and we do 200 DPS with our drones. Okay. So if we get 3 Procurers and a Porpoise, you need a literal big fleet to come take us out. Okay, that's what you need. So that is I think that's going to help. So you have 2 kind of schools of thought here. If you bring ships that are cheap and are really not worth killing, okay, you don't necessarily invite ganks, right? You can, people might show up, but they're not necessarily going to, because you are a lower, let's say lower on the totem pole, okay? If you show up with, but if you get ganked by like 2 or 3 people like that, well, that is how that goes, right? So, oh, Rookie Bear, yo, thanks for the raid. I was locked in there for just a sec. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, Rookie Bear dropped off the viewership. What's up, Rookie Bear? It's good to see you. We were doing some fleet mining on borders and low sec areas. It's good to see Rookie Bear. Thanks for dropping off the people. Can we get some 07s for Rookie Bear with a spicy raid coming in? Semi-spicy. Thanks for dropping off the people, Rookie Bear. If you're new, follow the stream. Let's see it. 5 medium shield rep drones on board. I would never use shield rep drones on a Porpoise. I would use DPS drones, you know? We do want to have a security fleet. We do. We'll have that at other points. Okay. We definitely will. 07 to new people in the Rookie Bear. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, where do I send a contract to Loru? I am Lorimirth Sunstrider. You can join our in-game chat. I am in the in-game chat in Loru Gaming. You can join that and you can see what's up. A blinking yellow Arazu is in high sec. Sketchy, my guy. Sketchy, getting it done. So. And I'll go pick up that ore another day. That's what we'll do. I'll go pick it up another day with my hauler because it's compressed. Well, easy peasy. So what I think we could do, while a security fleet is the dream, the security fleet doesn't actually get in on the action. So if we all have a bunch of procurers, then we can be beefy enough to not die. We might lose one or two of us, but we won't lose, you know, like the whole fleet. If everybody's in a bunch of expedition frigates, everybody's going to get popped, right? Because that's just how it goes. But if we're in procurers, they have to bring a big fleet. And if people bring a big fleet, you can... When I die to a Stratios and an Orthrus, I go, okay, I need to retool how this looks, because only 2 people were able to take us out. If like 20-something people pop on us and smart bomb us and kill us, there's nothing I can do. That's just how it is. So, great stuff. Great stuff. What's up, Sargon? How we doing, buddy? We just got ganked, Sargon. We got ganked in low sec. We were successful on our mining runs in border area with our multi-boxing, and then we went into low sec, and a Orthrus and a Stratios came on and got our poor posts. It do be like that sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. So, and we took him down to half armor, but you know, we had to abandon ship with we got all of our endurances out. I knew once the porpoise was going down, we were like, okay, time to warp off with all the endies. If we're in a procurer situation, there's no way that we're warping off. We are there till we die, because people underestimate the procurers. They do work. People underestimate a porpoise, by the way. Let me show you what I mean. Porpoise with, I think we had, what drones did I have on? I don't even know, because they were all out in space. Where is my porpoise fit? Porpoise, border aura, what do we got? With Vespas, we do 200 DPS. It's not a lot, but people underestimate what that can do to like a decent ship. If you get a porpoise with actual drone damage skills, you can push 300, and then if you have a bunch of procurers, they're all doing a couple hundred. And sure, look, people can get smart bombed. Sure. Oh, I just warped my alt instead of my entire fleet, which that is how that goes. I will do that. Let's warp through it. Okay, cool. No. What's up, Alpha Blue? Yo, chat, can we get some 07s for Alpha Blue? Welcome back to New Eden. Alpha Blue, welcome back to the game. It's good to see a new bro coming back after so long. Welcome in. Good to see a new bros. We need more new bros, y'all. They're the lifeblood of the game. Okay, very nice. Yes, sir. So should at least make the gankers work for the gank. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yes, you gotta have your black coffee. Black coffee enjoyers unite. Ladies and gentlemen, black coffee, thank you for joining me in the 07, y'all. Thank you for that. We had a bunch of really awesome support while I was in that mining fleet. Thank you, everybody. If you're new to the stream, I want you to follow the stream and enjoy the content we are putting out. I am having a great time doing it for you. Let's get a giveaway going while we are bouncing around. Let me do this right here. Let me just put this right here. I'm out. All good. All good. Thank you for trying, though. Okay, so, all right, good. All good. All right, we'll get a protection fleet at some other point, chat. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new, welcome to a giveaway for the Loru gaming stream. We don't need OPSEC anymore because we're just going through high sec. If you want to get in on this giveaway, you first have to be in following on Twitch or YouTube. Then you have to be in Discord. Do those 2 things and we'll get you in while we're warping back. Come on down. We want you to join this giveaway. Join the Discord. And I know what you're thinking. You know, you're sitting there thinking, right, like,
Loru, I don't want to join another content creators Discord. I don't want to keep up with another thing. I have enough going on. I don't want to deal with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we make it super easy for you, okay? You come over here. Welcome in to all the new people. We love it. Welcome in. If you check the notification roles chat, you will never be spammed. By default, it never be spammed. By default, we do not at everyone. We do not ping you ever. Okay? We do not ping you. How do you know I sound like that? There it is, right? There it is. We'd love to see it. We do not ping you ever. What you're going to do is you're going to join the Discord and you're going to check the notification roles chat and you're going to choose your ping experience. If you want a ping on our YouTube videos, that is the red heart. If you want to ping on our live streams, that is the black heart. That is the purple heart. If you want all of our notifications, that's 400 of you. 414 of you have all notifications turned on. Bless you. Bless you. Thank you for that. And then green is our like social notifications, our Instagrams, our Twitters, all that. So head on down to the notification roles chat and choose your ping experience. We're all working adults. You know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like you have to keep up with every single chat that happens in our Discord. I don't want you to do that. I barely do that. We have too much going on. I want you to be able to go live your lives. So come on down to the Discord and don't feel like it's something you have to keep up with. Don't feel like it's something that you have to like engage with. You know, just come on down for a giveaway. Let's get you in. All right, let's give away the brand new Osprey Navy skins. These are brand new skins. 2 brand new Osprey Navy skins. Okay, the final thing you have to do is type the word that we say. And the word is code Loru. Type code Loru one time, case sensitive, into the giveaway chat of Discord. One time, case sensitive, the giveaway chat of Discord. Sorry, Garrett, but hey, join the Discord another time and we'll be able to get you in. Ladies and gentlemen, every single time that you use your wallet to get your precious Eve items, you can use code Loru to get it for less money only on the Marquee store. Okay, you can head on down there and use code Loru. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's super simple. Very simple, actually. It's like the simplest thing. Head on down to Marquee whenever it decides to load. We're getting a little redirect action, chat. Marquee, come on now. I know it's going to load. I know it's going to load. Now, you can use code Loru on the official store, or you can use it on the Marquee store. On the official store, I get a bigger cut, but you don't get a discount. On the Marquee store, I get a smaller cut, and you get a discount. You get a sale at any point on the Marquee store. So what I want you to do is use the Marquee store. Does that make sense, y'all? Okay. Some of you prefer the official store. That's fine. Thank you very much. If you use my code here, you get a discount. These level 2 mastery packs are very hot. They're really worth the money. You spend 20 bucks. You spend 20 bucks and you get a lot of stuff that you basically get double your money. I recommend to everybody get one of these at least once. It is a once per account kind of thing. You add it to cart. Oh, okay. You add it to cart. You press checkout. Did we just lose stream, chat? We just lost. Oh, stream went down. Stream went down. Pause. Hold. 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 Okay, just hold. You know, we're chilling. We're chilling. Hold. Stream went down for a sec. I see it. I see it. And we're back. Hold. Okay. A little bit of dip there. I told y'all we're having tech issues recently. Okay. We're having some like internet, whatever issues going on. Just hold. Okay. It's not Twitch. It's literally my internet. Press F5. Everybody refresh. Refresh. Welcome back, everybody. We'll see what else exploded. We'll see about it and we'll continue forward. Okay. So let's do this one. All right, boom, boom. And you're going to see this is lower production for now while I sign back in. I'm just going to sign back into one of my accounts while we wait for this. It literally, I watched it go to 0. So my internet went to 0. I don't know why. It just did. I got to figure that out. There it is. Oh, yes, it was Eve end stream. Correct. We back. Happens to the best of us, chat. Happens to the best of us. And look, my precious other people, you know, absolutely on grid right now. That's so weird that they're on grid, but I'm not logged in. That's really strange. I'm gonna sit here for just a sec. Try to make sure. You shall not promote those packs. Yeah, apparently. You know, sheesh. So here, let's put this right here. Come on now. Come on now. Let's put this right over here. That's good. And we'll put you up here. Okay. Looks like I'm losing connection again, chat. If we go down again and we die in a bunch of endurances, I think that's what that is. So. Can y'all still see me? We'll try one account for now. We're just going to try one account. Let's wait like 3 seconds and then we'll try one account. Okay. Press 1 if you can see me, chat. Press 1 if you can see me. Press 1. It looks like nobody's pressing 1, so I think we might be done. We'll see. Let's see. Okay, y'all can see me. Weird. All right. Just give me a sec. Stream is fine. Okay, we're just going to double check a couple things. Make sure I'm still live in one stream on YouTube. Good. Good. Restream is normally pretty good about that. Okay. Okay. Sure. I'm gonna sign into one account. If we die on endurances in high sec, I'm not worried about that shit. It's like giant whatever. So might be delayed, yeah. Okay, y'all. We're getting hit here. We were having some tech issues last night and this morning also, so happens to the best of us, champ. Happens when you stream sometimes. You know, sometimes your internet drops out. It do be like that. And look, if the internet drops, that just gives me time to go and do more videos for y'all. It's always fun for me. If stream ever drops, I go, oh, I get to go make more videos. That's all it comes down to it. If stream drops, we don't care about that. We just keep on moving. All right, I'm glad you're here. All right, we're going to try to sign back into one character and just see if this works. And just keep it going, y'all. Okay? So, all right, we're trying to sign back into our first character. Hello, yes. Hello, my single yellow character, because we have everything on low settings right now. Okay? Yeah, I think we're good to just leave our other accounts there for now. Let's just try one account. Maybe that's stressing out my internet. Let's do this. So I'm using OBS through Restream, or other way. I'm using Restream through OBS. That's it. So, all right, let's keep heading back with this one account, and let's move this guy. He's on low settings right now, just because we're having some tech issues. Okay, let's keep this contest going, y'all. When I type sold, we're just not gonna be able to warp the account back yet. So in the meantime, let's do this giveaway and let's just call it a day. Going once. I don't know if Eve's having problems or what, but going twice. Last call. My internet's still up because I see streams still going, but Eve is just completely failing. Let me try to refresh the launcher. Try to do that. What do we do with tech stuff, chat? We just keep going. Honestly, glad I got ganked. Right? Because if I was like getting DC'd from whatever reason, and all of a sudden I come back and I'm dead on my porpoise, well, that's going to be upsetting. But the fact that I'm in high sec with my endurances, cool. You know? Easy peasy. It was fine. It's definitely a me thing, y'all. My internet's just having some problems. So, 5, 4,
3, 2, 1. Sold, y'all. Sold.
That's that. When tech problems happen, y'all, we don't worry about it. We just keep it going. So, sounds good. Okay, excellent. Yes, sir. So, it happens. It's Steve in the tunnel over again? Yes. You know, there is definitely Ann. That's why you got to keep an eye on YouTube or on Discord. Excuse me. Got to keep an eye on Discord. All right, so two winners are getting the ONI skins, the Osprey Navy issue skins. Or is it Osprey Fleet? I don't know. No. Our two winners are. Let's see about it, chat. Let's see about it. All right, two winners. Our two winners are Charlie and Scotty B. Congratulations. Congratulations, y'all. Excellent stuff. What I'm going to do probably, I am going to give you your skins another time like we normally do, but I'm probably just going to end stream here, y'all, and figure out my internet problems that are going on. So let's raid out somebody and just call it a day. And I get to go make some more videos for y'all. Keep a sharp eye on our Discord because I've been having some other tech problems, and I want to potentially, we will be not streaming tomorrow, potentially, because I have a bunch of stuff going on, and with the tech issues, I want to be able to get stuff ready for FanFest also. There's just a lot of things happening right now. So I might not stream Friday. I might not. So we will see. We could raid Brother Grimm. We haven't done that in like a week. We could do that. I like to kind of go lower in the category. I like Jake Leet, but this is like an AFK stream, and I'm not going to raid an AFK stream. That's not enjoyable. This is some Russian characters. I don't know what Howdy's doing today. It's me, chat. It's me. Yep, the Udema Scout doing it. This guy has got 7 viewers, and I don't recognize him, chat. I don't recognize him. Does he speak English? Sure. Okay. Beginner, Deutsch, German, English. I see a lot of German text, so I don't think we're going to raid out German person. Okay. I want y'all to get English. This is an English stream. We just raid English people. That's it. So I do want to raid Chloroka because we raided him last week. Oh, is Mind back? I haven't raided Mind in a hot minute, dude. What is he doing? Is he doing his like Jitta jump thing? He's in an Ishtar, spinning. Is this the stream? Is he just spinning an Ishtar? Just semi-AFK? Is this the entire stream? I don't know if that's copywritten, so I have to like mute that. I don't know if this is like semi-AFK, so I'm just gonna like not do that. So I love Chlorokin. I'm just trying to see like, oh, you know what? We haven't raided Vinny recently. Maybe, I don't know if I can raid Vinny. He might have raids disabled. I remember that he was saying that. Let me try to raid Vinny. Yeah, he does not allow raids. I don't, Vinny, that's a mistake. You gotta let people raid you. I don't know why you don't do that. Let's raid Grim, because we haven't raided Grim recently. We kind of went through the whole category here. This is a marketing thing, chat. You should allow people to raid your channel. You should allow people to raid your channel. So let us go drop off the people with Brother Grim. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Brother Grim's Twitch. Regardless of what platform you're on, whether you're on YouTube, X, Kick, Facebook, all the ones that we are on, come on down to Brother Grim's channel and show up. We're going to say in his channel, of course, Loru Raid. Yeah. I'm super excited to be able to drop off people with some quality creators. Type in Loru Raid. Yeah. We'll see y'all there, okay? Chat, great day today. Sometimes a successful op is practice, right? It's about fun per hour and about learning, and we really did learn a lot today. Really good stuff with I was able to 4-box all the things. Great. Really pleased with that. So we'll see y'all potentially tomorrow. I'm thinking we're gonna do the Freya fleet tomorrow, but I'm gonna try with all the tech stuff I got going on with my computer. We will see. Chat, we'll see you over there. See you next time. Loru Raid. Yeah.